CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Neta DeRose Thunderbowl for tonight's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference football game between the CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves and the South Dakota Mines. They are the Hard Rockers, and we expect some hard rocking football here tonight from the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts coming in 0-2 on the year. Uncharted territory for this program since the reincarnation of it 9 years ago. This is the first time they've been 0-2 since way back, and I think it was 1983. It's the last time this institution was 0-2 in football. And even that first year, they won their first game. They've won their opener every year until this year, and they've lost 2 in a row to start the year. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Joining me today, of course, from the Chieftain, Joe Cervi. And Joe, time for a turnaround right here today.
Oh, without question. What a great day for football. It was 88 degrees when I last checked. That is not late fall. That is not early fall weather. That is Pueblo summer weather, and it feels like it out there. But and maybe that'll wear down the Hard Rockers a little bit. They look very impressive in their warm-ups. I think they've been building to get to this level of Division II. Talking to Zach Tinker this week, he knows why CSU Pueblo is 0-2 because they played 2 really good teams. You didn't play Oklahoma Panhandle to ease into your season this year. You played a tough conference game, and just for those of you who are just listening and just tuning in, if CSU Pueblo wins out, they're conference champions. I'm just telling you right now, if they win out, of course you got to win 9 in a row. Let's start with 1 tonight. But if they win out, they're going to be conference champions because Colorado Mesa upset Mine State up in Golden.
Right.
So there could be a 3-way tie for a conference championship. Of course, you got to. That's 9 weeks away.
That's a big leap, and then of course we go to Grand Junction in a couple weeks. That'll be our next road game, as a matter of fact, on
our second
road game in the conference,
right.
And that'll be the 1st of October. But we're home here today, and then of course next weekend, New Mexico Highlands who comes here. New Mexico Highlands has a tough assignment tonight. They are at Northern Arizona in a FCS opponent.
That's called payday.
It's called a money game tonight for New Mexico Highlands. They'll pay for the program. Remember, CSU Pueblo did that when they went down to Sam Houston State, came away with a win. I don't expect Highlands to come away with a win tonight against Northern Arizona.
Probably not. And when CSU Pueblo went to Northern Colorado, that was a payday game. I guarantee the guarantee was not as much, but you still get paid to go up there, and they won.
So this ball game here today, Thunderwolves will have a number of changes, most notably at quarterback. It'll be Rex Dowson getting the start today. As A.J. Thompson, after throwing those 3 interceptions last week, you know his fate was sealed as far as being a starter. And now Rex has the helm, and we'll see what he can do. And, Joe, I want to see in particular what he can do after a full week of practice with the number ones. There's no doubt he's established as the number 1. Now we'll see if he can take the reins and run with it. That's,
to me, the key, Jim. John Riston said when we talked to him, we flat out asked him, is this going to be a still play, both guys still train? Nope. This is Rex's baby now. I think the audition period is over. Rex Dowson, we know, spins it. He can throw the ball as good as anybody we've seen, and they're going to need to. They're going to have to start completing some passes on this team. Their offense is fairly anemic, and they got to figure that out. And he ran with the ones all week. I was at practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, and he was with the ones. He looks like he has command of the huddle. AJ had command of the locker room. Okay, that was the big thing is his leadership skills. But right now, if I'm the Thunderwolves, I'm behind the guy that's calling the plays because he's the one that's going to make it go.
Yeah, he definitely. There's a notable difference watching him throw the football. No knock against AJ, but there's just a difference.
Well, and you mentioned the depth chart. We got a depth chart update. I think the depth chart they sent out earlier in the week was more of a rough draft.
Yeah,
there were more changes than I had expected. So we're going to see some different names, some familiar names, some different names, and it's going to be interesting because we're going to be calling a team that we've never seen before.
Yeah, South Dakota Mines, and this is a team that's 2-0 coming in here, and they're scored 63 points, I think it was, the first week of the year. Last week, their first conference ball game, they went down to Dixie State down there in St. George, Utah, came from behind and beat them 31-27. So it's been an impressive start so far for the South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers. They reside in Rapid City, South Dakota. We look forward to this ball game, see what they bring to the table. We come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, John Riston. That all comes your way next as the Thunderwolves pregame continues on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
now head coach John Riston. John, kind of an unfamiliar territory, but I'm sure you're still excited. I think the team's got to be still excited about what's ahead of you.
You know, we are. I mean, we can't do anything about what happened last week or the week after that or before that. And so it's, you know, our whole season, our whole, everything's still in front of us is my point. And we gotta keep building. I thought the way we handle our business from Colorado Mines to West Texas, I thought we showed better. We had better improvement. That's what I'm trying to get tongue-tied, but we were better, and we're still not where we want to go. But I saw the improvement that I liked, and now we got to keep improving from there. And so, you know, I was really concerned that we didn't respect the game after the Mines game. When the kids came out, they did the things I asked them to do, and they played hard. We just didn't make those 6 to 7, 8, or 9 plays that make a difference. You know, we blocked a punt, we stumbled down, and we had 10-plus runs of 10 yards or more, and we couldn't get points out of them. And that's kind of how we're built. And we got to get those big plays and develop some momentum. And I'm excited to see our guys go play.
I think you mentioned the key to the game. They played hard. I mean, there was no lack of effort in that ball game. Even you got down in the fourth quarter, made a valiant try at a comeback there. Like you said, if you get that block punt in the end zone, who knows what happens, but the effort was there.
Yeah, you know, that's what I've always asked of our kids. Put your head down, go to work, and play as hard as you can for 60 minutes. And if it's good enough, it's good enough. And if it's not, it's not. And, you know, and we're getting closer to that. I don't know if we played harder. I think we can still play harder, if that makes any sense. And we got a great test versus South Dakota Mines, and we need a great crowd to come here and be a part of it.
Well, can make a change at quarterback this week. We all know the quarterback gets too much blame when things go wrong, get too much credit when things go right. But it's easier to make a change of one player than change a whole unit. So I guess that's the next man up is the quarterback, and I feel like you got to make a change. Especially made it. I don't know if it's easier to make a change, but when your starter throws 3 picks, something's got to be done.
Well, you know, we're -7 right now in our turnover ratio in 2 games, and I don't care who you're playing. I don't care. You got self-inflicted wounds that don't let you have a chance to win, and that's very, very critical to our success. We've always built it on the success of let's not beat ourselves, and we've done that. And so I think it was time to see what Rex could do and see if we get Rex going and rolling in the right direction and giving them a little confidence, and hopefully that will help open our passing game, and that will help our running game. And we're looking forward to having Rex's first start and having us a chance to go compete at a high level.
I guess the key, the whole deal for him is gets a full week with the number ones, and you know it's like preparation. Hey, you're the starter. Let's see what you can do with it.
Yeah, I think just give him some confidence. You know, he's a veteran, but he hasn't played a lot of football. You know, and so we just need to make sure he has the confidence to be able to be successful.
Well, defensively, I thought the team played pretty good last week. Gave him a couple short fields where they took advantage of. They hit the one big play over the top of you, which I still don't think was a touchdown. But other than that, I thought, like I said, effort was there and really flying around really well.
Yeah, you know, we still had 23 missed tackles, and it goes. This is the difference in this season right now, is that we missed a tackle and you had him at 3rd and 12. Instead, it's 2nd and 3 or 3rd and 3. And those are the difference. You know, you have them at 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 3. And when they're at 3rd and 3, they're dictating to us. And so that's kind of what their ebbs and flows of this game is going. And along with what I said about our offense, you know, we had nice long runs. We had hats on hats. We just couldn't get the big play. And we'll continue to keep pounding the rock, keep doing things we need to. Sooner or later, that rock's going to break, and it's going to be special to see the 16 team come together.
Well, speaking of big plays, their opponent this week, South Dakota Mines, they've had a lot of big plays this year. They're scoring a lot of points. They're dangerous.
That quarterback is one of the better ones. He's a great operator. They're going to give you some run-pass options. They're going to count the numbers in the box, make you adjust. They got a back that went about 90 yards on one play versus Dixie that just popped right right up the middle, and son of a gun was off. And so this is going to be a challenge again. We got to keep the ball in front of us, and we just got to go tackle.
And defensively, they kind of fly around. You don't know where they're going to be at all the time.
Yeah, they play. They're going to play. Their two defense ends going to be angle in and coming hard. They're going to funnel everything to their two safeties. They're going to press us on the outside with their corners. And so we got to make the one-on-one battle. We got to be 1 of 11 and do our job. And so we have guys executing on a high level, 80%. And I'll take 90% of the time. Of all 11 guys doing their job, we should be successful.
All right, let's go get a win.
Let's go, Pack.
All right, Thunderbolts head coach John Riston back with more of our pregame show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Jim Brooks along with Joe Cervi to bring you the call tonight. Carl Lorenson is our producer and engineer back at the sports desk. Busy day of football all around the country. In the RMAC today, as Joe mentioned at the top, Mesa in double overtime defeats Mines 41-40. Western State over Chadron State today in Chadron 24-15. Fort Lewis goes into Alamosa, defeats Adams State 21-16. Black Hills State at home knocks off Dixie State 20-14. Highlands on the road against Northern Arizona tonight. The only other game left in the conference is this one right here, so the spotlight is on us as far as the conference goes.
Was Black Hills 3-0?
They are doing good so far.
They were winless last year.
And they're
we got to go
right.
We get to make that trip to Spearfish
late October,
and we know where not to eat.
Yes, exactly. We will not be having the nachos.
Jim and I had a bad case of food poisoning together last year, if you can imagine that. And
oh my!
It was not fun.
That was brutal. About 2 in the morning.
It was not good.
It was not good at all. But we hope to avoid that this year. We know what not to order here. What the Thunderwolves hope not to order is another loss. They want to get off the schneid here and come up with a good effort. But this isn't the kind of, we pointed to this game as kind of being a game, well, this might be a get-well game. But South Dakota Mines, surprisingly, Joe, they've played pretty well this year. They're scoring a number of points, and when you watch them take the field, they got some guys who can play the football game, it looks like, out there.
They're an excited bunch. They're kind of an under-the-radar team, but they're physical, and they do some things that just keep you off balance. They're the run-pass option team offensively. The defense, they run it's a strange defense. John, you heard John try and explain it into his coach's show, but they're like a giant funnel. They want to funnel everything, which could be a good thing and a bad thing if you can take advantage of it, I guess. We just don't know what we're going to see because we haven't seen it yet.
I think John Riston, as you heard in that pregame, wants to make sure everybody man on a man, hat on a hat, as they say, and then win your battle there, and then we'll win some battles for some big plays, I think is what they had. They had big plays last week. You mentioned 10 plays. We talked to him on the John Riston show this week. 10 runs of 10 yards or more, and those are those chunk plays they like to get. And usually they get that many plays, they win a game.
Well, and I think that he said it. He didn't say it in this coach's show, but he's told us both. Everybody's trying to do too much.
Right.
The saying for this team has been do your job for years now, and everybody's been trying to do their job plus other jobs. And if you just do your job, if you're supposed to cover X or block Z, just do your job. And if everybody will do that, then I think this team will fall in line. And you would think it would be easier with a young team or a team that's trying to gel to not try and have to help people out. Just do what you do.
Well, one guy that's been doing his job so far this year is Ryan Merrill. He started the year as a reserve linebacker. He's moved into the starting lineup with his plays so far this year.
Yeah, Ryan Merrill has been one of those team program guys. Been here forever. I thought he would be a starter, but Trace Gray, he's a man, and so Trace got the start the first 2 games, and Ryan Merrill I think Ryan Merrill's kind of played with the man on a mission the last couple of weeks, just in terms of hitting. He's been up there in the tackles, and he likes to bring it. He'll bring the wood.
And the man they call Rome, because his name is Ikechukwu Ihanahu, it's just easier to remember Rome. He's going to get the start today because of we got a couple of disciplinary problems with the Thunderwolves, team violation of team rules. Brock Davies, one of those victims, won't play today.
I sent John a text this morning. I said, with 3 tight ends out and now 3 defensive linemen out, you got anybody on the inside? Brock Davies and Michael Riston, his John's nephew, and Anthony Reeves are all out for disciplinary reasons, violation of team rules. And Deion Sizer is hurt, and so he won't play. And then Josh Croy is out. So you have a potential starting unit on the defensive line out today.
Exactly. We'll come back after this timeout. Joe's going to give you the keys to victory for today's ball game. That all comes your way next as the Thunderwolves pregame show continues on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Jim Brooks along with Joe Cervi as the Thunderwolves get set to take on the Hard Rockers from South Dakota Mines. They're out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Made the trip down. Only a 9-hour trip for them this week, not that 16-hour bus ride they had last week.
Piece of cake this as I going across the street, Zach Tinker said.
Well, always is a piece of cake is Joe Cervi analyzing the ball game, and he breaks it down each and every week for you. What are the keys to victory tonight first for the Thunderwolves?
For the Thunderwolves, I think they have to start fast and play fast. We haven't heard that mantra, which has worked so well for 5 years. Play fast. We were watching in warm-ups. They need that juice. Right. They need to find that juice, whether it's a big play, a kick return, a big hit, a turnover. They have to find that juice. Sometimes you have to manufacture it, and we just haven't seen it. But once you do, they haven't had a lot to have juice about. So if they can get up and get some feed off of that and just find the juice.
For the Hard Rockers, they are 2-0. What do they have to do to escape Pueblo with a 3-0 record?
Well, like Zach Tinker said, we're as good as we can be right now. We've beaten everybody on our schedule. They need to take advantage of some turnovers. If CSU Pueblo makes them, they have to get extra possessions is what they're going to have to do tonight, and they're going to have to keep CSU Pueblo off balance. Still a young defense, still evolving defense, and they do a lot of run-pass option stuff, and if they can move the ball effectively early, then they got a shot.
There's your keys to the game. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll give you the pregame, the game time actually, weather conditions as we wind our way toward kickoff. Thunderbolts pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderbowl as we wind our way toward kickoff. The pregame weather conditions, 84 degrees it will be at kickoff. By the time the game is over, it'll be down to around 68 degrees. 0 chance of rain, they're saying. Wind is out of the west at 19 miles per hour. When we come back after this timeout, starting lineups, the kickoff. It comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Welcome back to the Thunderbowl. It's Band Day today here at the Thunderbowl, and the band's whipping it up down on the sideline. Captains will be taking the field here shortly. Joe, keep an eye on that. We'll introduce the starting lineups for today's ball game. We'll introduce the defense for the Thunderwolves for this evening's ball game. At the cornerbacks, it'll be Jeremy Hunt. He's a 5'10" sophomore out of Houston, Texas, along with Darius Williams, 5'11", 180-pound sophomore out of Gilbert, Arizona. The safeties, LaRon Tarkenton. He's a 5'10", 181-pound senior out of Phoenix, Arizona. The free safety, Joseph Jones, 5'11", 195-pound senior out of Fountain Fort Carson High School in Colorado Springs. The linebackers, Ryan Merrill getting the start today for the Thunderwolves. He's a 6'2", 192-pound senior out of Scottsdale, Arizona, along with Sam Singleton, 5'11", 222-pound senior out of Denver's Mullen High School. The other inside linebacker, Brandon Bayer, 6'3", 225-pound sophomore out of Pine, Colorado. He went to Conifer High School. The other outside linebacker, Nor Shangolo. He's a 6', 99-pound sophomore out of Commerce City. He went to Adams City High School. Defensive ends, Ian Kelly, 6'3", 237-pound senior out of Temecula, California. Also starting on the defensive front tonight, it's the man they call Rome. It's Ikechukwu Ihanahu, 6'1", 243-pound senior out of Los Angeles, Colorado. The nose guard is Alex Belconis. He's a 6', 250-pound senior out of Paynesville, Ohio. Head coach John Riston, class of 1984. For South Dakota Mines on offense, Jake Sullivan, very capable quarterback, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore out of Rapid City, South Dakota. The running back, Cameron Luna, 6'3", 225-pound senior out of Temecula, California. The wide receivers, Marcus Sanchez, 6', 195-pound senior out of Anaheim, California, along with Zach Huber, 5'10", 180-pound junior out of Green River, Wyoming. Rashad Ridley, 5'6", 160-pound senior out of San Diego, California. True freshman is the other wide receiver, Jacob Christ. He's a 6'4", 175-pound sophomore out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. He went to Ellicott High School. The offensive line, the tackles, Grant Matthews, 6'1", 215-pound redshirt freshman. He's out of the Springs. The other tackle, Jack Batho, the fourth. He is a true freshman, 6'7", 260-pound freshman out of Omaha, Nebraska. The guards, Brady Vyson. He's a 6'3", 285-pound redshirt freshman out of Cypress, Texas. The other guard is Galatiera Soares. He is a 6'3", 317-pound freshman out of Honolulu, Hawaii. The center, junior. Isaiah Martin, 6'1", 294-pound junior out of San Diego, California. The head coach is Zach Tinker, his first year at the helm after 4 years as an assistant coach for South Dakota Mines. Joe, what happened on the coin toss?
The Hard Rockers lost the toss, so CSU Pueblo won the toss and elected to defer as John Riston is wont to do. So that's kind of the way all the good games start for CSU Pueblo.
It's usually the case, isn't it? Well, we said the wind was blowing at about 19 miles an hour. I think that's a little over.
I think it's not even a breeze.
Yeah.
Last week, gusts of 25
exactly
throughout the game.
So it's coming out of the west, and maybe we're shielded here by the press box, but you just don't feel it. You don't sense you look at the little banners on top of the goalposts, they're hardly moving in the breeze, so shouldn't be much of a factor here tonight.
I couldn't see from here, but I think one of the honorary captains tonight was Josh Croy. He had surgery, defensive end. He's going to try and come back next fall. We'll see. I hope he does. He's one of the great ones.
Nathan Taylor to kick it off. Rashad Ridley, and I believe it's Jermaine Collins. These uniforms leave a little to be desired to read the numbers here. It's kind of white with gold numerals, so we'll keep it up here. Across the 5, 10, 15, 20 up the sideline. Decent return here out to around the 25-yard line for the Hard Rockers. So took that return right up the far sideline. Rashad Ridley. So the Hard Rockers have decent field position to start this game at the 28-yard line. Jake Sullivan, their quarterback, Joe, he's pretty good. He's that run-pass option.
And you know what's neat about Jake Sullivan is he's a Rapid City kid. He grew up in the city. He's from there. He grew up in the shadows of the stadium. And so it's kind of nice for him to be the guy now. He's kind of had to bide his time. They've had a couple guys in front of him, and now he's the guy.
Little delay here as they forgot where to spot the ball. Now they get it set up right on the right hash mark. 28-yard line is where the Hard Rockers set up. And now we have another official's timeout, so we have
I don't
some
like
issues
that ball.
here.
It's not that's the wrong ball.
Okay, that's the problem.
I didn't know the difference, but
maybe they sense the air pressure.
I think teams get to use their own balls, though, right?
Right.
As long as they're the same brand here in the RMAC. I think the RMAC is a Wilson football conference now.
Sullivan from the gun, play action, fakes it, pass out in the flat, caught, dropped wide open. He was sitting there at the 33-yard line, just dropped it. And he was trying to get it out here in the flat to Ben Love, redshirt freshman out of Minot, South Dakota.
He was one-on-one with Ryan Merrill, who's making his first start tonight.
Didn't have him on the depth chart as far as starting the game, even in the two deep, so that's kind of a surprise, putting him in there. So 2nd and 10. Sullivan from the gun takes the snap. This time he will hand it off, spinning into the middle, not much there. Maybe a yard on the play.
Kevin Thompson, meet Brandon Pear.
It'll be 3rd down and 9 now for the Hard Rockers. Ball on the right hash mark.
And Jim, this is where CSU Pueblo is, just like John said in the pregame show. They have to make the play here.
Ridley and Luna in the backfield for the Hard Rockers. Bring a man in motion to the left. Here comes the pressure. Pass incomplete behind the intended receiver. He had a man open for the pass. Sailing behind Ben Love. He was short of the first down anyway.
He slipped.
As he went to make his cut.
And Jim, Emery Taylor was out there one corner for CSU Pueblo. He's a freshman, and he struggled at Mines, and he was not one of the listed starters at corner.
It'll be Daniel Wise back deep to receive the punt from Martin Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a junior out of Oakland, California, stands at his own 15-yard line. Everybody up on the line of scrimmage for the Thunderbolts. They got a block last week. They come in hard, but the punt is away. Low driving kick, angling toward the sideline. That's a pretty good play there for the Hard Rockers. It goes out of bounds around the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 24, and that's where the Thunderbolts will take over on offense to start this ball game. So far, so good for the defense. You get a 3 and out. Now we'll see what the offense can do under the direction of Rex Dowson.
It's going to be interesting to see the play calling. Rex, too, is a run-pass option guy. But CSU Pueblo has their 3rd offensive coordinator play caller in the last 3 years. So they're still trying to develop what kind of style of play they're going to do.
That'll be Bredlet Dort gets the start at tailback. O'Shea Washington will be in a slot to the right. Wise is wide to the left side, off the short side of the field as the ball's on the left hash mark to get the start here. So Thunderbolts with their heavy package. 2 tight ends here. Washington in motion across the formation to the left side. And Dowson will run play action. He's under some pressure, gets away, has some room up this right sideline. He's going to fire it down the middle of the field. Ball is caught by Wise inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. That gives you an idea of the arm strength of Rex Dowson right there, Joe. When he first launched it, I thought, hey, that's going to be picked off. But he just zinged it in there to Wise.
Jim, I thought he was throwing it away.
Man alive, you could hang your laundry on that one.
47 yards on his first pass as a starter.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
There's a lot of people in the stands that are going,
okay, that's what he brings to the table. Double wide out left, extra tight end to the left here. It's unbalanced that direction. They're going to give it to Dort off the right side, though. Puts his head down and wedges down to about the 27-yard line. Pick up a 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I was a little surprised Austin Meachie didn't get the start, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're both going to see a lot of time in the backfield.
Yeah, I think that's that old senior freshman thing.
Well, and I also think that Meachie, John didn't say it the other night, I think he's a little dinged up too.
Kalen Anderson into the ball game. He splits wide to the left for the Thunderbolts. The freshman tied into the ball game. That's Morgan Smith. He's in the slot to the right. They're going to run the ball to the right side. And Dort, unable to break the tackle, gets it forward for about a yard. Boy, if he could have broke that tackle, the sideline looked clear for a little bit. So it'll be 3rd down now and 7 for the Thunderwolves. Ball is just outside the 26-yard line on the right hash here. No score. 12:40 to go in the first quarter.
You have 3 wideouts in here now, Jim. This is where I want to see Rex Dowson. I want to see him hook up for once.
Yeah, Wise
with Zach Boyd.
Yeah, Wise and O'Shea Washington to the left. Forsgren into the ball game. He's out to the right side. Dort is the lone back. He's going to go from the pistol here. Dowson takes the snap, looks right, fires right. Ball is caught. One of those tight ends, putting his head down, getting upfield. It's Boyd, but he was run out of bounds short of the first down. He just ran out of real estate. He's out at the 23, so the Thunderbolts got to send the field goal unit in. I think it was the right idea there, Joe, but the pass maybe a little bit too far to the outside, and Boyd couldn't get turned forward in time.
Well, this isn't your garden variety field goal. This is going to be a 40-yarder.
Well, it's Nathan Taylor, the true freshman out of Phoenix, Arizona, from the right hash mark. 40-yard attempt. High snap. They get it down. Kick is on the way. It's a low driving kick, but it is good. Lucky they didn't get that block, but a great job by Forsgren getting the ball down on the hold. 12:05 to go in the first quarter. Thunderbolts strike first. They lead it 3-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Boy, I don't think I can stress enough what a great job that was that time by Forsgren getting that ball down for the kick.
We take for granted the snap because we've only had Jake Ludwig for 4 years and Joe Campton for the 4 previous to that.
Here's the kick. This one's a little deeper by Taylor. Sends the man into the end zone. That's Rashad Ridley. And he'll be downing it in the end zone. So it'll come out to the 25-yard line. That's where South Dakota Mines will start their second drive of the ball game. So Thunderbolts, as they did last week several times, they're good between the 30s, Joe. They're just having trouble not even getting into the red zone. They're outside the red zone, and that's when they've bogged down.
And they wear red, Jim. They had a red out. I think they took the red out a little too literally.
And they may be breaking those blue jerseys out here.
I think they've given away too many of them. I don't know if they have enough of them now.
Ball's at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers. Jake Sullivan, the quarterback. He is going to hand it off around the right side, and they run out of real estate going that direction.
That was Rashad Ridley, the wideout.
So a gain of maybe a yard on the play. They're going to spot it at the 26-yard line.
A flag, though. Might be a face mask.
Personal. Now here's the call. The referee not turning on his mic.
It's a 15-yarder.
So a 15-yarder against the Thunderbolts is going to take it all the way out to the 41-yard line. Boy, until that sun goes down, Joe, it's going to be a struggle getting these numbers on South Dakota Mines. I've got the glasses on them here. Those gold numbers on white. Not the best combo.
I just wonder if that was a face mask. It looked like he went down a kind of goofy looking. Sometimes maybe that's the neck.
Got an extra back in the backfield this time. Now they bring a back in motion to the left. That's Jameer Moore. Now they look right. Pass complete.
That's dead into the sun.
Dropped it as it goes in there as the sun got him. I've anticipated twice the ball being caught tonight, Joe, and have had a couple of drops by their receivers.
Oh, that was straight into Kevin Thompson, just to the running back out in the flat, and he was staring right into the sun. Hit him right in the hands, and he just dropped it. There's not much sun left on the field, but where South Dakota Mines is right now is right in the heat of it.
Second down and 10. Quick pass, right side, ball caught, but immediately hit by the Thunderbolts. Darius Williams coming up on the stop. Ball complete to Marcus Sanchez. But it's only a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
John Riston talked about Marcus Sanchez, good size receiver, veteran, goes up and gets the football.
Thunderbolts show blitz off the edge. Now they're going to change up the play as they come up on the line of scrimmage. Thompson alone back on the right hip of Sullivan. Bring a man in motion across the formation. Snap. He's got Thompson out in the flat. Gets it to him. Gets ahead. He's up the sideline for a lot of yardage. He's got the first down and more as he's inside the Thunderbolts 40 all the way down to the 37-yard line. Looked like a little harmless flip on the right sideline, but Thompson showed his speed there.
And the defender on the outside, I think it was Norton, read that, went for the ball instead of the man, and just whiffed.
Again, they change up the play at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 37-yard line of the Thunderbolts. Hard Rockers trail it 3-0, but they're trying to answer here on this drive. Thompson on the left hip this time of Sullivan. Fakes it to Thompson. He's going to roll left under immense pressure. Spins away. Now up the left side across the 40. He's going to keep it 35 and slides to the turf at the 34-yard line as Ryan Merrill was coming up to deliver some damage there.
Ryan Merrill.
Well, they had him in the backfield, but that's a tall order for a defensive lineman to get a quarterback that shifty in space. Well, if you get that guy, you broke it down really well.
Well, when he did the old spinorama, he was about 15 yards deep. He ran a long ways that time just to get a yard. So it's 2nd down and 9. Ball on the left hash mark this time. Thompson the lone back on the left hip this time of Sullivan. Takes the snap. Looks left, fires left. Again, it's the tailback Thompson coming out of the backfield. He's hit down immediately
by Norton.
Shangolo this time reads it correctly again. Gain of about 4. Gonna be 3rd down and 5. They have the ball at the 32-yard line. They need the 27 for the 1st and 10 here. 3-0 Pack. 9:35 to go in the first quarter. John Tyler in the backfield this time for the Hard Rockers. Sullivan now is empty in the backfield. Quarterback draws, spins away from the first tackle. Now tries to get outside, cuts inside. He's close to the first down. That was a nifty run. He's going to be short by about 1.5 yards. But he turned something into nothing into something right there, I tell you.
John Riston said they had 23 missed tackles last week. They had 6 on that play alone.
Spot kind of fortunate for the Thunderbolts. It's at the 29. It is 4th down and 2. Hard Rockers will go for it, and after watching their kicker and warm-ups, we understand why. Trying to draw them off here, though. Now they're going to come up, maybe call an audible. They look over toward the sideline. Play clock still at 15. Plenty of time here for the Hard Rockers. And they're going to throw it right, and it's broken up. Good defensive play there for the Thunderwolves.
That was LaRon Tarkington, I'm guessing.
And Jones came in there and got it broken up on the left side. Coming from his safety, he read it immediately and got over there in the flat and broke that pass up. You know, the Hard Rockers kind of fortunate that Jones didn't pick that off and go the race for the goal line the other way for a pick 6.
Well, and that's something that Csu Pueblo safeties have got to do better of, is play the pass. They're great against the run. LaRon, Joe Jones, Tanner Draper, these guys are excellent run stoppers, but they got to do a little bit better against the pass.
Well, the Thunderbolts defense holds. It's 3-0. They lead it with 8:38 to go here in the first quarter. Rex Dowson engineering the field goal drive last time the Thunderbolts had the ball, their first possession of the game. Heavy package to the right this time with the extra tight end. They're going to run it to the right side. Michi into the ball game. Puts his head down and bangs into the defender. Pancaked him. But then the posse came over and knocked Michi down. But that was quite a collision up at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
He knocked his run help back 5 yards. That's fun to watch right there.
That'll get your attention when you're the safety and you get pancaked by the running back.
Who's 5'7".
This time, Kalen Anderson will split wide to the left. They've got the extra tight ends here. All 3 tight ends in the game. And now 2 of them adjust this side, Boyd and Eckhoff. Michi the lone back. He gets it again up the middle and bangs his way in there close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a half yard, maybe a full yard short when they mark him down at the 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and short here for the Thunderwolves. 7:45 to go. First quarter, they lead at 3-0.
Csu Pueblo loves to run that 3 tight end set, but they only have 3 tight ends dressed tonight. So if one goes down, that package is out. I suppose they could move maybe a Patrick O'Malley or somebody that plays fullback over there if they had to.
Again, the triple tight end set here. Anderson split wide to the left. Lone back is Michi, gets it up the middle, and he squirts forward. He's got the first down. Kind of submarine that time under the tackler and gets to the 40. Just what he needed for the first down by an extra yard, so it's 1st and 10 Thunderwolves.
Perfect to have that low center of gravity. They list him at 5'8", but he's more 5'7". They list him at 188, and he's easily that. I mean, he's yoked.
Yeah. Rex Dowson back in the huddle, making the call here. They split out. Daniel Wise is going to come into the game. He goes wide to the left, still with the extra tight end in. Fred Dorta's back in to play the tailback. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. That's the freshman. Smith going in motion to the left side. Play action. Dowson rolls right, flips it right. Boyd's got it. He's crossed the 45 to the 47-yard line, hurtling forward.
Number 88, Zach Boyd.
Pretty good stop there by the safety coming in for for South Dakota Mines, Terrence Hayes. I was wondering how long it was going to take me to do that with the South Dakota team coming in here for the first time.
And those 2 schools, even on their homepage on South Dakota Mines' website, they're already looking forward to that game.
Yeah, that is such a big rivalry. 2nd and 3 from the 47-yard line for the Pack. They come in with 3 wide receivers this time as Forsgren is into the game along with O'Shea, Washington, and Wise. Boyd in motion to the left side of the formation. And they're going to throw it left to Boyd. Wide receiver, tight end screen. He's got the first down and more. Puts his head down. Well, you wanted to see more of Boyd in the game plan. I know a lot of our listeners to the John Riston Show wanted to hear that too. Heck, Boyd isn't getting the ball. Well, he's getting a heavy dose of him here early.
And he should. He's the best receiving tight end in the RMAC.
And it's 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. They move it in to Hard Rocker territory. They're at the 44-yard line. We're down to 5:55 to go first quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 3-0.
You know, he was CSU Pueblo's returning receiver this year at tight end.
Anderson wide to the right. O'Shea Washington in the slot to the right. Smith, the tight end, goes in motion. They go left side to Michi, and he is spun forward for about a yard down to the 43. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Number 47, Jake March.
You know what I'm seeing a little bit now, Jim, is some John getting in a rhythm. He's got his guys into a little bit of a rhythm now. The offense has got a little bit of momentum to it. You see plays getting in and out a little bit quicker. Granted, it's week 3. It ought to be like this, but we haven't seen this yet.
Michi remains at tailback. Kalen Anderson wide to the right. Forsgren wide to the left. Smith, the tight end, in motion to the left side of the formation. Dowson up under center. O'Malley's in the game, the fullback, and they run it up again to Michi inside. Behind O'Malley, gets down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Not the best down and distance, but still just a pro set, simple vanilla offense. Straight power. Follow your fullback in the hole.
Washington and Wise into the ball game. Kalen Anderson and O'Malley out. Forsgren stays in. He'll line up wide to the left. Washington and Wise to the right. Ball's on the left hash mark. Michi the lone back here on 3rd and 6. From the pistol, Dowson will take the snap. He'll roll the pocket right, fires it right. Wise wide open. The ball went right through his hands. He was right at the sticks for the first down. And there's those little mistakes like that. A drive killer, just a dropped ball. Beautifully thrown ball. It just zipped right through the hands of Wise.
Well, he saw I think he peeked just a little bit upfield. And they are going to punt it. I'm surprised Anthony Zamora Johnson, kind of the pooch punter. He'll kick it nose first.
Now South Dakota Mine's going to take a timeout. They did not have the right personnel out there. I don't think they could believe they were going to punt it. So a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 3-0. A 30-second timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, what was another promising drive for the Thunderwolves? They're going to have to punt it away after the dropped pass.
So this is where John Riston preaches patience, the ebbs and flows.
Zamora Johnson back to punt this ball away. Low snap, a grounder, but he fields it. Here's the punt in the air. It's going to hit inside the 10, inside the 2, but it bounces backwards, a beauty. And it'll be down at the 3-yard line. There's a little wedge shot for you. That's his specialty, Joe.
That is what he does. He comes in and he kicks that ball on the nose.
And I see Dale Cresswell, the first one out there on the sideline. The punting coach he likes to fashion himself as. Works with those kickers a lot, and that was just a dead wedge shot inside the 5-yard line.
We'll just see where we get to take Dale this year. He rides with us at least once every year somewhere, maybe twice. This year our trips we only have one bad trip though.
Yeah, maybe he'll go to Mines or South Dakota or to Black Hill State with us when we go up there to Spearfish. A tough spot on the field here for the Hard Rockers from their own 3-yard line. They look left, fire at left. Ball's caught, wide receiver screen up around the 10, maybe the 11-yard line. This ball flipped out here in the flat. Ball caught by Zach Huber, junior out of Green River, Wyoming. Beautiful Green River, Wyoming.
That was a nice 7-yard pass play, almost 8 yards.
That's a way to get out of the shadow of your goalpost back there. Gain of 8, second down and 2.
Well, they are playing way off the receivers, no press coverage whatsoever.
And he's going to keep it this time. Anderson is hit down, short of the first down. That's that freshman of the year from a year ago. Of course, we're talking about Darius Williams, the cornerback for the Thunderwolves. Stopped him for a gain of a yard. It's going to be 3rd and a yard now.
Great open field tackle. It's going to make Jake Sullivan think about that play again because he hit him hard.
All by himself here. Here comes the pressure, and he gets forward, slides for the first down. Had to be careful not to slide that too soon there, but I think he got forward enough before he went into the slide. They're going to mark him back just outside the 13, but that's enough for the first down.
Yeah, he didn't get it by much, but he got it. What we are seeing for the first time this season is some pass rush.
Sullivan now from the gun. He's going to hand it around the left side. They string it out to the outside. It's going to be a short yard. Oh, and he blew his ankle out here or his shin or something here, the running back.
That's Kevin Thompson, their star. Right in front of CSU Pueblo trainer Nick Horman.
Yeah, I don't know if his ankle gave way there or a shin or something, but he is in obvious pain. We're going to take a quick injury timeout here. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 3-0. A 30-second timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, the injured player is still down on the turf. Kevin Thompson, the star running back for the Hard Rockers, get credited with a gain of a 2 on that play to the 15-yard line. He is being helped up. He's at least putting a little bit of weight on that. I think his ankle just gave way there, Joe, when he went to make that cut on the sideline and was spun down.
Well, he rolled funny, and sometimes that scares you more than anything, but his left side, left ankle, left knee is very ginger right now.
He'll come out of the ball game now.
Of course, he does it as far away from his own bench as he can do it.
John Tyler now.
Dorian Cowart, maybe?
Man, roster is all messed up. Give me one of those flip cards there, Joe. Sorry.
Well,
I have to have one. Because we got issues with my roster here. Sorry about that.
Hey, do your own person.
That's right. Well, we're back to action here. 2nd down and 8 from the 15-yard line. Throw it out on the right side. Ball caught across the 15, 20, 25, barreling his way forward. That is Dorian Cowart, the junior, 5'8", 190-pounder. He's got the first down out to the 28-yard line for the Hard Rockers.
So you have 2nd and 9, and you give up a 13-yard pass play behind the line of scrimmage. That tells me, 1, South Dakota Mines had the perfect play called, and 2, they had it blocked perfect. There was no missed tackles until 13 yards away.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for the Hard Rockers. Bring a man in motion to the left side. They're going to hand the ball up the middle, and not much here. As Cowart will get forward to about the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard, it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Actually, that was Rashad Ridley, that tailback again. He's listed as a wideout. Maybe some trickeration with the depth chart, Jim.
So, all screwed up. 2nd down and 9. And this is going to be the follow play. The quarterback keeping it. And he did a lot of dancing that time, but finally ripped down. Emory Taylor coming in there. The redshirt freshman out of Columbine High School in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, he spun in front of no one.
So 3rd and 9 now for the Hard Rockers.
Jackson Weeble's now in at a freshman linebacker from Pine Creek.
From the shotgun now. Sullivan going to audible here as he gets the call from the sideline. Everybody looking over toward the sideline. Double wide out to each side. The ball's on the left hash here on 3rd and 9. Thunderbolt show blitz off the edge. Pass down the sideline. Tall toss, but it's caught.
Nice pass.
And going up on the side is Isaiah Manley making the grab.
And he does the first down move right in front of the CSU Pueblo bench. They get
Manley
13 on that play.
Out of Corona, California. It's all the way up to the 47-yard line. So we're down under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves on top, 3-0. Going to go trips to the right this time, will South Dakota Mines. Sullivan fakes, now passes right. Ball's caught and then just burrowing underground there, the wide receiver. And that, of course, is Rashad Ridley. And Ridley comes up a little gimpy. He might have spun an ankle out here on this turf. He's going to stay in the game for the moment, it looks like, because we're going to be the last play of the quarter as we're down to 10 seconds to go. I guess they could rush up. Now they're heading toward the bench, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. End of 1 from the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts lead it 3-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
2nd down and 12 for the Hard Rockers as we come back for the second quarter. Thunderwolves leading it 3-0. Jim Brooks with Joe Cervi here today on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome to our audience all over the country, all over the world for that matter, on the Stretch Internet feed here at GoThunderwolves.com. Send a man in motion. That's Taylor to left. They're going to come right with the ball and getting forward for short yardage. They get it to Silveria this time. Connor Silveria out of Redding, California. Gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now from the 47-yard line.
It always looks like they get more than that because they take such a deep drop, and there's all that space between them and the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 10.
Marcus Sanchez split wide to the right this time. Ball's on the right hash mark. They got 2 wide outs to the left. Sullivan sends a man in motion. That's Brutus. Straight drop, fires down the middle. Ball's caught in the seam for the first down to the 30-yard line. Boy, did he thread the needle that time. Ball caught right up that seam ahead to Damon Barnes.
Lots of big third down conversions for the Hard Rockers on this drive.
Damon Barnes, out of Baltimore, Maryland. Boy, caught that one right down the hash. So it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Double wide out right, bring a man in motion to the right side. Might see the wide receiver screen. Indeed, we do. Nice little move there inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line before he is slammed to the turf there. It's stopped by Brandon Payer coming over, knocking down the wide receiver Damon Barnes.
He's fun to watch, Brandon Payer. When he hits you, you know it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6 now from the 26-yard line. Backfield again, Darian Cowart. He's in there, of course. Kevin Thompson out with the injury. Now they call the audible at the line of scrimmage here on 2nd down and 6. Thunderbolts lead it 3-0. We're down to 13:30 to go here in the first half. Double wide out to each side. Straight drop back. Looking left. Here comes pressure, and they sandwich him for the sack. The Thunderbolts. Nice little meeting there as Kelly and Merrill came in there and blasted him, just met. So it's a loss all the way back to the 32-yard line, a loss of 6. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Well, Merrill, he's earned his way back into the starting lineup, and he'll keep it making plays like that.
Playing well so far. I love the pressure. I think Hunter Hughes needed to do something. I think he needed to dial something up, get these guys flowing a little bit.
Ridley in motion to the left side of the formation. He goes way out in the slot to the left now, resets. Straight drop back. Here's the screen to the right side to the running back. Getting forward. Nice move! And he's got the 1st down inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Burst of speed by Darian Cowart. Again, a simple little flare to the right, Joe, and they make something out of nothing.
Another 3rd down conversion.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers at the 19-yard line. Now the Thunderbolts screwed up on their personnel packages on defense. They get in there, pass to the left. Ball's caught inside the 20, inside the 15 to the sideline, run out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Thunderbolts were all screwed up there, didn't have the right personnel in there. So Ridley on the grab gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Thunderbolts in disarray. And, Joe, you talked about that juice factor. The Thunderbolts just a little bit listless here.
Well, the Hard Rockers have it right now. They're moving the ball. They're playing fast. They have Csu Pueblo on its heels.
And off to the left side, and, of course, that's Ridley. And he's thrown for a loss back to the 15-yard line. With the loss of Thompson, their main running back, they're alternating quite a few guys in there. Their power back has been Coward, but once in a while they put that wide receiver Ridley in there. He plays a lot of different places, this Ridley. He's kind of a wild card. 3rd down and a long 5 here for the Hard Rockers. They try to draw him offside. Thunderbolts move, but they get back onside. They didn't come all the way into the neutral zone. Wouldn't have mattered. 2 backs in the backfield this time with Sullivan.
It moved on the line, but
here comes pressure up the middle. Gets away, pass out, intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. 40, 50. The quarterback to beat needs a block up the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds, I believe. They don't say so. Into the end zone, the freshman for the touchdown. Emory Taylor. Well, Joe, I thought he made a mistake not waiting for somebody to throw a block on the quarterback Sullivan, but somehow he avoided stepping out of bounds at about the 20, got back in and dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, Sullivan's pretty quick, so he had to get to work, and that's a great move for Emory Taylor. He is a redshirt freshman out of Columbine High School, has struggled.
Here's the Thunderbolts in their wide set. They might snap it and go for 2 if they get the numbers they want. They are going to go for 2. Here's Fuller's going around the right side, puts his head down, and he is stopped just short. So the 2-point conversion fails with 11:16 to go here in the second quarter. But the Thunderbolts strike with the pick 6. They lead it 9-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Back at the Thunderbowl, 9-0 Pack. Joe, you got an interesting number from that last drive.
Yeah, the Hard Rockers were 5 for 5 on 3rd down conversions on that drive alone until their 6th 3rd down conversion attempt. And on the pick 6, it was the 6th conversion attempt. So the only one they failed on was the 6th one, and it went to the house the other way.
And in a way, it just converted for the wrong team.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the quarterback Sullivan showed me something there, chasing down Taylor. Had the angle on him eventually, but somehow Taylor avoided stepping out of bounds, stepped back into the field of play, and gets the touchdown.
Short kick.
And blasted on special teams at about the 23-yard line.
Thought that might be Tanner Draper. And it is Tanner Draper, the special teams guru.
Stopped by number 84, Tanner
And Draper, he's out of Amarillo, Texas, one that got away from West Texas A&M. So the ball's marked at the 24-yard line. That's where the Hard Rockers will take over here, trailing it now 9-0. Boy, they were very efficient on that last drive until the very end. And you got to credit the Thunderbolts' pressure on that last pass play. They kind of got Sullivan running not parallel to the line of scrimmage. He was kind of backing up, couldn't get all he wanted on that pass, and allowed the freshman Emory Taylor to jump the route.
And it was a great break on the ball. He hit it in full stride. And sometimes defensive backs, the reasons why they play defensive backs, they don't get. He caught that ball with two hands in stride and took off.
Ball is on the right hash here on 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers. They're going to hand it up the middle to the sledgehammer. It's not going to go very far.
Jim, that's not Evans, that quarterback.
Might have got dinged up on that play as they have made a change at quarterback as they bring in Ben Broker. Ben Broker, senior out of Lacey, Washington. Makes you wonder if something happened there to Sullivan on that interception return. Either that or he just gets benched. Going to roll the pocket left, fire left, ball caught ahead, but right there is Tarkinen to make the stop. I think Tarkinen might have lost his lid, and he does. He'll have to come out of the ball game after making the stop. It's a short gain on the play, up to about the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up third. Well, they're going to mark him at the 31. That's a nice, generous spot. 3rd down and 3 for the Hard Rockers.
Marked where his helmet came off.
It could be.
You get an extra one for the lid.
Oh, Broker quarterback. It's a little bit different. He's a bigger dude, rangier. I guarantee he doesn't have the speed of Sullivan. Sends a man in motion to the right. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw. Gets up through the hole, and he's got the first down. Kind of a... I'll just say the pace isn't quite the same with him at quarterback, but he kind of lumbered ahead to get the first down there.
Well, they spread the field so much that it was wide open in the middle. I'm looking on the sidelines for Jake, and I don't see him.
So 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers. They convert another 3rd down. They're at the 38-yard line. They trail it 9-0. And they're going to run it up into the middle. And another running back. This is Silveria, Connor Silveria, out of Redding, California. Junior college transfer. Went to Shasta Junior College out there in California. Gains 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5, maybe closer to 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4 as the ball out closer to the 44-yard line.
Csu Pueblo giving up a lot of yards per play right now.
Double wide out each side. Ball just inside the left hash mark. And again, they give it up the middle, and it'll be a 1st down run across midfield down to the 49. They're going to mark him right at midfield where his knee did hit down against Silveria. But it's another 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers here. 9:12 to go in the first half. Thunderbolts lead at 9-0.
I don't know if the interior line is gassed or the Hard Rockers just found something that's working, but Csu Pueblo giving up a lot of yards per play in this half. They're up 9-0, so it doesn't really sting.
Jackson Weebles into the ball game. Trace Gray's in there right now, too, for the Thunderbolts. Bring a man in motion to the right side of the formation. Play action. They look back, and the ball broken up on the left sideline.
Pass was nowhere near it needed to be, but went after Brandon Henry that time, who was playing corner. Brady Opp comes running off. He's another good one. Young.
So 2nd and 10. They all look en masse over to the sideline across the way to get the play call. Broker, the quarterback, might try the jet sweep here. Now they give it up the middle, and it goes nowhere. Nobody fooled that time by the Thunderbolts against LaRon Tarkin, and the safety blasting his way in there and decking the ball carrier Silveria for a yard loss. It's back to the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11 now for the Hard Rockers. But But as we've seen so far in this ball game, it doesn't matter on third down, except for the pick six play. A little confusion. Weebles now lines up on the right side of the defensive formation. Now the Hard Rockers pause and they look toward the sideline for the audible. They got a couple of players over on the sideline. They look like traffic cops over there with their yellow jerseys, crossing guards, I should say. Trips to the right. They look right. Fire down the middle. Incomplete. Boy, he had him open again on that post pattern as he tried to get it up the middle of the field. Ball was intended for Manley, but it's incomplete. It's fourth down.
Darian Brunson in coverage there was a step behind, and Zach Young is also playing. He's been nursing injuries the first two games. You could tell they're just a step slow.
So Wise back deep to receive the punt. He stands at his own 10-yard line. Punter is Martin Rodriguez. Takes the snap. Gets the kick away. Angled toward the left sideline. It'll sail out of bounds. They're showing a lot of respect there for Wise. They don't want to punt it into his hands. But they give up some field position here as the ball's all the way out to the 21-yard line.
I think that's a bad spot.
On the angle of the punt. Well, Thunderbolts will take over there. Leading in the ball game 9-0. 7:49 to go here in the first half.
Dort back in at tailback. Trying to keep them both fresh. They did dress a freshman tonight, true freshman, J.C. Cherry out of Cherry Creek High School.
Dowson from the pistol this time. He's going to roll the pocket. Fires down the sideline too far. He's trying to get it to O'Shea Washington. It's going to be second down and 10 now for the Pack.
Best part about that pass is he put it the only person that could have got that was Washington. And it was out too far out of his reach, but at least was nowhere near being intercepted.
Oh, Dowson gets the play call. Thunderbolt's one of the only teams in the country probably that huddles now. They break out of the huddle now. They're going to split Kalen Anderson wide to the left, Washington in the slot to the left. Dort, the lone running back. They bring Boyd in motion. He resets on the left side of the formation. They give the ball up the middle to Dort. And he gets forward for maybe 2 on the play to the 23-yard line. It'll be third down and 8 now for the Pack.
Number 14, Trent Dort, the ball carrier. Number 52.
Pretty vanilla there, but it always looks vanilla when you don't block it. Good defensive play. That's we talked about this Hard Rocker defense. The 5 guys up front, they like to occupy everybody, and those 2 linebackers in the middle, they like to fly to the ball.
It's a very active defense. They're very fun. They're fast. They're Hunter Hughes. They like how fast South Dakota Mines, San Diego, SD, how fast they play.
Third and 8, straight drop back. Pass out in the flat, caught by Boyd. Can he get forward for the first down? Puts his head down, lunges to the 31. He'll be very close. Boy, the spot, it all depends on that. They're going to put it down right at the 31, but did they need to get just across the 31? They're probably going to have to bring the chains across. No, they are signaling first down. They aren't even going to measure this thing. On the field, they spotted it a lot forward than this line, or the head linesman put it down on the field. I guarantee you that, Joe.
Exactly. This guy had it behind the line, and then when they just marked it in the middle,
and the referee said, well, okay, if it's right here, I'm going to give it to you.
Close enough.
First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Dowson up under center this time. Eckhoff in motion to the right. He resets. Right side, here's Dort up the middle. Just wedging his way out to about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. Boy, Joe, that's one of those times in past years, runs like that would be Cameron McDonald, and it just seemed like you'd get 5 on that play instead of 3.
We didn't mention Bernard McDonald out today again with the hamstring injury. Not sure when he's going to return. Those things are temperamental. You just don't know what's going to happen with him.
Second and 7 from the 34-yard line. Dowson again under center. O'Malley, the fullback, into this set. They go to the I. They're going to run it up the middle. Now bouncing it outside. Dort now cuts back inside, but he only gets 2 out to the 36-yard line. So it's becoming a hard slog right now for the Thunderbolts on offense the last few plays. It'll be third and 5 now.
That play is designed to go either inside or out, and the running back has to read it. Fradlett read it inside, and I think the right play was outside.
Yeah, he kind of bounced it out, so if you're going to bounce it there, stay there, I guess is what you're trying to say.
But that's his call. That's what it's blocked both ways.
So third and 5 from the 36. Dowson this time goes with the pistol. Has Dort right behind him. Straight drop back in the pocket. Now Flush gets it forward. First down catch by Dort up across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Nice little pass pattern that time by Dort. He's the safety valve. He comes out of the backfield. Then runs just a quick little crosser, Joe, and hit in stride by Dowson.
And fans, if you're watching on Stretch Internet or you're listening, that ball got to Fraley Dort in a nanosecond. Rex Dowson has a quick release, Marino-esque. That ball comes out of his hands lightning fast.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Pack. They lead at 9-0. We're down to 4:50 to go here in the first half. Run the draw play. This is Michi around the left side. Good head of steam across midfield. Down to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play.
He didn't wait for his linemen. They were too slow for him.
Boy, Michi spun around and got up and ran down the sideline. He's claiming his knee wherever went down. When he got spun down, he's kind of somersaulted over everybody, but they said he was down.
You know, whoever was pulling on that play, and I'm thinking it was Keith Head, was not pulling fast enough.
So 2nd and 2 for the Pack. They're at the 47-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Washington in the slot to the right. Wise wide to the right. Meach of the lone back. 2 tight ends in the set. And now we have a timeout. I think the Hard Rockers going to take a timeout. 4 minutes to go exactly here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it 9-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Jim Brooks along with Joe Cervi here tonight at the Thunderbowl. As the sun's setting in the west, you can still see remnants of the sun way out there on the plain, Joe, but it's turning into a very pleasant evening.
Nice and warm. You gave the weather forecast. I would have just said abnormally hot.
Yes. Dowson up under center. Washington and Wise to the right. Each of the lone back. Straight drop back. They pick up the blitz. Now it breaks down. That's a case where Dowson, Joe, if it isn't there, you got to get rid of it. He just kind of held on to it too long. They picked up the blitz, but that clock, you got to say, well, if it isn't there, I got to sail it out of bounds or something. He ends up losing a yard on the play or two.
And he was going to go. You could tell he was going to tuck it and go because the middle of the field opened wide up. Got tripped up. You got to be just a little bit quicker. We have not seen this offense play fast yet. The defense is getting there.
Forsgren into the game. O'Shea Washington comes out now. So the Thunderbolts face 3rd down and 3 from the 48-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Forsgren to the left, Wise to the right.
5 on the play clock.
Eckhoff in motion, resets to the right side. Play action, they roll the pocket right. Dowson now looking, under pressure, gets the pass away, and he just had to dump it out of bounds. Incomplete. Just ran out of time. Nobody was there for a safety valve for him to find. So, again, another one of those promising drives for the Thunderwolves. It's been like a broken record this year. They move the ball pretty good in the middle of the field, but once you get into a situation where you're thinking about getting some points, they don't make the plays they need to.
Tanner Kuda and now to punt. They're using the dual punter system.
The double-edged sword.
They're both lefty, though, which makes me
kind of weird.
Yeah, they're both left-footed.
Short set here. Punt is away. Boy, booms it. Spiraling kick. Going to be handled at about the 12-yard line. Fair catch is taken at the 13-yard line. Good coverage there by the Thunderwolves in case he had thought about running it. So the Hard Rockers will take over at their own 13-yard line. 3:02 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it 9-0. We're kind of keeping an eye on some games going on around the country. The big headliner game tonight, Notre Dame and Michigan State. Michigan State up 8-7 over the Irish in the second quarter. They went for 2. Maybe they had a gadget play they tried on the conversion like the Thunderwolves did tonight. Thunderwolves are now 1 for 3 on that going for 2 stuff.
Well, they're sticking with it, though.
They're staying with the backup quarterback here. And, of course, is Broker. And the ball off the left side. And going back to Coward at running back. He sat out the last possession. The gain's 2 on the play.
So that's the 2 starters that we were told about South Dakota Mines, now not in the game.
So it's 2nd down and 8 from the 10-yard or 15-yard line, beg your pardon. They look right, fire right, ball caught. Trying to get something up the sideline. Flag is down. Going to get a hold here on the wide receiver. He just held on to the cornerback a little bit too long. You want your wide receiver to stay engaged with the cornerback there as you're blocking that wide receiver screen, but when you hold on just that much longer, comes an easy call. Well, that'll nullify what was going to be a 4-yard gain.
Offense number 4. 10 yards from the end of the run.
Rashad Ridley, the guilty party for the Hard Rockers.
Listen, what I did.
Correction, number 19.
Oh, they call. It wasn't me. It was number 19. Marcus Sanchez was the guilty party.
Marcus Sanchez says, "Why? Well, thanks. Throw me under the bus." Well, you're the one that committed the foul. So now it's back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Hard Rockers. Down to 2:20. Clock is rolling here. Thunderbolts will start thinking about using a timeout if they can get a quick stop on this down. And they are going to run it off the left side, but they break into the secondary. Out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. A first down conversion on 2nd and long. They ran that quick little draw play, and they sprung Coward up the middle, and he has the first down out to the 25.
2nd and 13. You give up a 15-yard run. This is the bend but don't break Hunter Hughes defense we've been used to.
Broker from the gun. Fires left. Look out. Deflected and intercepted, I believe. Yes. On the deflection, the Thunderbolts have it.
I don't know who got it.
I think it might be the freshman Taylor again.
Oh, no. 2 picks for Emory Taylor.
Maybe. I'm not sure. He's celebrating a lot. I'm not sure who ended up with it, but Taylor's the one getting all the congratulations down there. It was deflected, and yeah, Taylor just took a nice couple shots to the face from the coaching staff down there, so I think he was the man. The ball went up in the air, and then it kind of just came down in the lap, and then there was a mass of humanity. He's the one who came out of there celebrating, so we're going to go with that for the moment. So the Thunderbolts now with a short field here. Ball's at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Dowson up under center. He has Michi with him. That's the freshman Smith, the tight end in motion. They run the draw play right side to Michi. Puts his head down, lunges down to about the 20, gains 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That time is a factor here with 1:40 to go.
Thunderbolts do have all 3 of their timeouts, so no panic as of yet. Wise will split wide to the left here. Michi remains in the game. He's the tailback. Eckhoff and Smith on the left side. Boyd on the right. They're going to go to Michi left side. Puts his head down. And just running that old east and west thing there, Joe, not getting forward. He gets a couple yards on the play. Thunderbolts now will take a timeout as it's a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down now and 6. Timeout on the field. 1:09 to go here in the first half. Thunderbolts threatening. They lead it 9-0. 30-second timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
We'll see if the pack dials up here, Joe, on 3rd down. Probably closer to 5, as the ball is just inside the 18-yard line. They need the 12 for the first down. They leave Michi in the game. Wise is split wide to the right. They got the triple tight end set here, though. Dowson under center. Sends Smith in motion to the right side. They're going to run it to Michi up the middle. Puts his head down, bangs forward, close to the first down. Now decision time for John Riston. Do you try the field goal here or go for it on 4th and about a foot? Yeah, maybe even a little bit more than a foot, but it's not much here. Clock rolling. We're under a minute to go. Thunderbolts haven't stopped it yet. We're down to 50 seconds to go. Thunderbolts going to go for it. At least they're going to go up on the line of scrimmage, maybe try to draw them off here. Dowson's under center. Michi stays in the game. Triple tight end set. They're going to hand it to Michi up the middle. Bangs in there. Forward progress. Has the first down, I do believe, down to the 11-yard line. I see the line judge kind of giving the old point, move the chains here. So it is a first down for the Thunderbolts. So going for it, they gamble, and they get it.
That's some confidence in an offensive line that badly needs confidence.
And now we have a timeout taken by the Thunderwolves. 38 seconds to go, first half. Thunderwolves lead it 9-0, back in 30 on Fox Sports Pueblo. One timeout left. You still probably got to start taking some shots at the end zone here. Could run a draw play, I suppose. They're going to go to the gun. Each of the lone back trips to the left. Now they bring a tight end to the left side, so they flood that area. They hand it up the middle to Michi. Cuts inside to the goal line. Touchdown! Well, Joe, sometimes you spread the formation, you make it look like a pass to the left, and you run it up the middle. I think they disguised it well there.
Austin Michi, not his first touchdown for CSU Pueblo, but maybe his most impressive. Because it wasn't in mop-up time. This is a game that matters. That score matters.
Well, they're going to go conventional there and line up for the extra point. Nathan Taylor. Good snap this time. Ball's down. Kick is up. Boy, he hooked it, but I think he squeezed it inside the left upright. He did. 33 seconds to go in the first half. Thunderwolves extend their lead. They lead it 16-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
33 seconds to go here in the first half. But Joe, those are our listeners that don't follow us on the television side of the house. We've seen Austin Michi his high school years at Coronado. Got a chance to see him a couple years ago, his senior year at Coronado. He impressed us then, and he's impressing us now.
What we like about him, other than his speed and his footwork and his vision, he is just tough.
Yeah.
And he wants to fight for it. You never see kids that want to play as hard as he does anymore. He just wants to play football.
We tried to get John Riston to compare him to somebody, and we came up with the name of Glenn Clinton from Chadron State from 2 or 3 years back. How good he was. Kind of the same type back. Ball taken at the 10. Chance for the return. They're working on the edge. Now cutting back inside. Now back outside. Now back inside. Working up that sideline and finally run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Just couldn't get a clear lane there to turn on the Jets, but it ends up being a pretty good return out to about the 33-yard line. Rashad Ridley on the return for the Hard Rockers. They have 25 seconds now to work with.
Just wondering if Nathan Taylor was told to just kick it high, because he's got more than enough leg to kick touchbacks in the Thunderbowl, especially going to the north.
Well, if you're just joining us, you're a Hard Rocker fan, you're wondering where Jake Sullivan is. Well, we're wondering as well. He left the ball game after the pick 6 for the Thunderwolves. Here's the handoff up the middle and hit, and not going very far, stringing it out around the left side, gaining a couple yards on the play. That's Connor Silveria. Also out of the ball game, Kevin Thompson, who left with an injury to his left ankle. And that will do it. The Hard Rockers have already said we've had enough. We're heading toward the locker room. Both teams now making their way off the field. We've reached halftime at the Thunderbowl. And normalcy returns, I guess we should say, to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts lead it 16-0 at halftime. Back with our halftime show. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts lead it 16-0 here at halftime. Let's get you caught up on how this game has gone. A recap of the scoring. Thunderbolts got on the board first in the first quarter. Capped a 5-play, 53-yard drive before it stalled. Nathan Taylor, a 40-yard field goal. It was 3-0. We moved on into the second quarter. South Dakota Mines had opened up a smart drive. They had converted 5 straight third downs, but on the 6th third down of the drive, Emory Taylor stepped in front of a pass and ran 85 yards to the end zone for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion run by Cole Forsgren was stopped about a half-yard short, so it was 9-0 Thunderbolts with 11:16 to go in the second quarter. Thunderbolts then late in the first half, another interception. This time, Austin Michi would run it in from 12 yards out with 33 seconds to go in the half. And the extra point was good by Nathan Taylor, giving the Thunderbolts their 16-0 halftime lead. Here are the first half numbers. South Dakota Mines actually with more first downs in the game, 10-7. They lead it there. Thunderbolts with 54 yards rushing. South Dakota Mines with 43. South Dakota Mines with 117 through the air. Thunderbolts with only 83. So in total offense, South Dakota Mines leads at 160-137. Here's one of those numbers that jump out at you. The third down conversion, 6 of 10 in the first half for South Dakota Mines. Thunderbolts were 3 of 7. Time of possession, South Dakota Mines 17-28, only 12-32 for the Thunderbolts. But the key number in that first half, of course, is the turnover number, and 2 interceptions by South Dakota Mines in the first half. Individual numbers, Austin Michi, 11 carries for 45 yards and the 12-yard touchdown. Dork, 5 for 10. Dowson, 1 carry for -1. Cowart, 2 for 17. Silveria, 5 for 17. Broker, 1 for 7. Kevin Thompson, 2 for 3 before he left the game with the ankle injury. Dowson, 6 of 9 in the first half for 83 yards. He was sacked once. Jake Sullivan, before the injury, 12 of 17, the 1 pick, which went for a touchdown. He had 112 yards through the air. He was sacked once. Broker, 1 of 4, did have the 1 pick for 5 yards. Boyd, 4 catches for 27, by far and away his best game of the year. Daniel Wise, 1 for 47. It was a big one early on. Freda Dort, 1 for 9. Ridley, 3 for 9. Barnes, 2 for 28. Cowart, 2 for 26. Thompson, 2 for 22 for South Dakota Mines. Some of the defensive numbers in the first half. Merrill was 7 tackles, getting the start at outside linebacker for the Thunderbolts. Darius Williams, a good half. He had 6. Payer with 5. Taylor with 4, plus those 2 interceptions. Jack Bohr was 7. Moore, Ariano, and Counts with 3 interceptions, or 3 tackles apiece. That'd be a story, 3 interceptions apiece, wouldn't it? Halftime score here from the Thunderbolt. It is 16-0. We'll go ahead and keep it right here, give you a trip around the country scoreboard-wise. In the RMAC today, Mines, they go down to defeat in double overtime to Mesa. Mesa wins it 41-40. Mesa now in the lead in the RMAC. Western State, they win over Chadron State 24-15. That game played today in Chadron, Nebraska. Fort Lewis goes Alamosa and knocks off Adams State 21-16. Black Hills State at home, they're 3-0. They defeat Dixie State 20-14. Highlands in northern Arizona just getting underway tonight. Elsewhere around the country, I didn't get the final. You got the, let's see, CSU was well ahead of Northern Colorado. It was 47-14 at one point there. I'm sure they won the ball game. I'll get that final for you here shortly. CU led early, but they go down to defeat to Michigan 45-28. Air Force Idle Day. Here's some other scores from around the country. Number 1 Alabama and a wild one over Ole Miss, 48-43. Florida State, that's number 2 ranked team in the country. They'll be number 2 no more, as number 10 Louisville brought out the sledgehammer today. They beat them 63-20. Ohio State and Oklahoma just getting underway. Do we have a score from that one? No score. 9:36 to go in the first quarter there. We mentioned the CU Michigan game. Clemson 59-0 over South Carolina State. Number 6 Houston, that was last night over Cincinnati 40-16. USC and Stanford, they'll get along later on out on the West Coast. Portland State and Washington, same story there. Number 9 Wisconsin, they survive a big scare. They beat Georgia State 23-17. Number 11 Cal, they'll host Texas in the Pac-12 game after dark a little bit later. Number 18 and number 12, Michigan State, they're at halftime. Michigan State, after trailing early 7-0, put up 15 points in the second quarter. They lead at 15-7 at the break in South Bend. Big upset of the day, North Dakota State, the FCS team, they go in and knock off Iowa 23-21, a field goal at the gun to win that one. Number 15, Tennessee, they survive a scare. They defeat Ohio 28-19. Georgia and Missouri, they're in action tonight. They're in the second quarter. Georgia leads at 21-20 late in the first half there. Texas A&M and Auburn, it's Texas A&M over Auburn 16-10. They're early on in the third quarter there. Mississippi State and LSU. Mississippi State is behind 23-3. They're midway through the third quarter now in that ball game. Number 21 Baylor over Rice 38-10. Number 22 Oregon, they're defeated today in Lincoln by Nebraska 35-32. Florida and North Texas State, that's not much of a ball game if I remember right. 19-0 at halftime. Florida on top of that one. Number 24 Arkansas and Texas State, they're in action here late. Let me see if I can find that one for you. You never know. Big Suey fans out there might want to know. I don't have a score for you on that one at the moment. And finally, wrapping up the top 25, number 25, Miami of Florida knocks off Appalachian State today, 45-10. Here at the Thunderbowl, Thunderbolts lead at 16-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Second half kickoff. It comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts lead at 16-0. They'll get the ball first to start the second half. Joe, what are you looking for this second half?
Taking care of the football. CSU Pueblo, one of the worst teams in the country in turnover margin, gets two to the good side. They're up 16-0.
Yeah, they're down to only a -5 now. So a little ground to gain. Here's the kick. Going to be returned here. Wise out across the 10, 15. Nice cut into the middle field. 20, 25, 30. Cuts it back inside. Look out. And he's hit right as he comes across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's the one guy that had to get him for the Hard Rockers. And if not for Connor Silveria, that might have gone the distance.
And the backup tailback on special teams saves a touchdown.
Well, if you're with us at halftime, Arkansas is over Texas State, Joe. I know you were really worried about that one. 35-0. Pig Sooie leads it. So that completes our top 25 scoreboard.
Trojans are hanging tough with Stanford. Like that. CU lost. Like that. CSU won. Like that.
Air Force idle. Indifferent.
Like that. Indifferent. North Dakota State. Why anybody would ever schedule North Dakota State?
Oh, that is bizarre.
It's a no-win situation.
Here's play action. Dowson rolling to the right. Just fires up the sideline. Good grab. Was he in bounds? I believe so.
They're going to call it good.
That's Kalen Anderson over there on the far side.
Kalani's the younger brother of C.J. Anderson for the Denver Broncos. He was here last week. Said tweeting, they got to get 3 more involved in the offense.
They got to get Kalen in there more. Get him fired up. Get the Thunderbolts looking at him. Well, maybe he should have played tailback.
They look just like each other. I'm telling you. You just appreciate what kind of talent C.J. Anderson is because he's not very big.
And CJ, if you're in and out of meetings tonight, tuning in on the Stretch Internet, be proud of your younger brother. Here's a handoff. Dort on the right side. Busts through there for about 8.
Number 14.
You're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line and officially a pickup of 7. Second down and 3, but a good hard run that time by Fred LaDort.
Playing fast right there with Fred LaDort.
Well, here's one of those drives Thunderbolts have become known for it in the past years, coming out of the second half, particularly when they get the ball first, just taking it right down the field and taking the air out of the game.
Well, in at one wide out right now is Eamon Johnson. John Riston loves this kid. So he's going to be a special one.
Dowson under center. Eckhoff in motion to the right side of the formation. They give it to Dort off the right side, cuts it back inside, gets the first down. He's down to the 41-yard line. Dort that time very decisive with his cut, Joe, to get forward for the first down yardage.
Well, I think he knows he was trying to get the first down and not make anything else.
Got an injury on the play. It looks like Alvin Anaki. Alan Anaki, from Ontario, California. He's a big one. Well, that's not right. You know, even the roster they've given us is wrong. That can't be because I know he is not the size that they have on the roster here. So we'll see if we can figure out who it is. Maybe my other one is correct.
He's up and moving. He's going to walk off on his own.
Well, I know either they got his weight wrong. 6'2", 184 cannot be possibly right.
He's 6'2", 254.
Yeah,
maybe.
If that's who it is. But 93 on our roster, Alvin Anaki. But I'm not sure if that's correct or not because the height and weight do not correspond with the size of big fella that lumbered off the field there. First down. They did mark Dort down with his knee back at the 42, but it still was just enough to get the first down.
You know what this is giving, Jim? This is giving CSU Pueblo's offensive line some confidence. It needs it. It's not a bad unit. Guys are big and strong, and they've been around the program, but they haven't really played together.
Dort is the setback. Dowson's up under center. And it's going to run play action. Going to roll now left, fires, caught. Across the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. This is Eckhoff this time. They've run that play a couple times to Boyd in the game, but this time it's Eckhoff down to about the 37-yard line. Thunderbolts, a long tradition, well, a long 9 years, I guess, tradition of good tight end plays. They're known more for their physical play, their blocking ability, but usually pretty good catch in the football as well.
I always laugh because John Riston coaches the tight end, so he makes sure he goes out and gets good tight ends.
This time Boyd and Eckhoff shift to the left side of the formation. They're unbalanced this way. And they're going to give it to Dort off the left side. Stiff arm, but he's hit down, but he squirts out of there, down to about the 35-yard line. He kind of just was enveloped, it looked like, and somehow with that little body with the thick legs, though, kept churning and gets forward for a nice gain. A couple yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Freidlich's only problem that we've seen any semblance of a problem is just sometimes he fumbles the ball because he's so slight that he takes a pounding in there.
He comes out of the game. Now it's Michi at tailback on 3rd and 2. Washington and Wise split wide to the right. They go to Michi up the middle. Good run. He's got the first down. Just hit the hole in a hurry that time. Gets down to the 31-yard line. Oh, boy, here we have a little fracas behind the play, but I think that was a little embellishment by the tackle for the Thunderbolts there.
McCulley,
he was kind of came up and kind of like, what happened? He got flipped around. It was the defender just wanting to get in a hurry and get back to the line of scrimmage, I think. McCulley trying to sell it to maybe draw a personal foul there. Smith into the game. He lines up as the extra tight end on the right side. O'Shea, Washington, and Wise wide to the right. Now the tight end shift to the left side. Boyd and Smith. Dowson up under center. Long count, trying to draw him off. Gives it to Dort. Good penetration. Now he cuts back and gets close to the line of scrimmage. Looked like it was going to go for a loss. He's ended up getting forward down to the 30-yard line. So gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. We have 11:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderbolts lead it 16-0. Jim Brooks along with the Chieftains. Joe Cervi bringing you the call here tonight on Fox Sports Pueblo. Carl Lorenson, our producer and engineer. Also glad to have you along on our Stretch internet feed here all around the country, all around the world for that matter.
One tight end now in with 3 wideouts.
Forsgren into the game. He's in the slot to the right along with Wise
down to 5.
and Washington. Dowson up under center. Boyd in motion. They get the play off. Wide receivers or tight end screen to Boyd. He gets forward. He's close to the first down. But you can see Dowson not panicking, Joe, but he was, come on, we got to get going here. He wanted to get Boyd in motion because he knew that was the hot receiver. And they got it off with 1 second to spare, and Boyd gets forward. He's just a yard short of the first down. He is tough to get in front of and stop with that first hit. It's almost like getting a little quick handoff to the fullback out on the edge and just letting him rumble forward. Now we go trips to the left this time. Lon Anderson in the game along with O'Shea in the slot to left along with Forsgren. They bring Boyd in motion to the left side. They give it to Dort up the middle. He lunges forward. He's going to be right at the sticks.
Nice tackle from behind by Witherson Brutus from the strong safety. Boy.
Looks like they're going to spot him about a half yard short here. They need to get just inside the 21, and the ball is just outside the 21. About a foot to go here. Thunderbolts will go for it here.
Rex Dowson's a pretty strong kid, and if there was a Dowson that could get you a...
foot. It was always Ross.
Foot. It was Ross Dowson, his brother.
And Thunderbolts request a measurement, and they get it.
Hey fans, it's time to announce the
That gives them just a little extra time to dial up a play. That's a pretty strategic move there.
Ross was a lot bigger than Rex, but he always had that. He'd take the snap, take 1 step back, and then lean to the side. And if it was 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, he'd get it to you every time.
I think in his whole career, Joe, I can only remember him getting stopped maybe one time.
Yeah.
One time on a quarterback sneak.
And Rex can move, so I mean, your plays your options are limitless with him. Riston says, I know what this field's marked like. I think they're still going to be short, though.
Yeah, they're short, just what we expected. The ball needs
and the referee's showing a little like the biggest fish. you caught the minnow, but you showed you caught the shark, so I think he embellished to say, look, we were right.
Yeah, my little 10-inch rainbow turned into a 17 or 18-incher there, didn't it? We'll call it about a foot. I formation, O'Malley the fullback into the game. Michi is the tailback. Might just see Dowson wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Nope, they are going to run it to Michi. And he has got the first down as he lunges inside the 20. A little extra effort there as he was hit. He had the first down, but he decided to go ahead and dive inside the 20 down to the 19 for the first down.
Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure.
And as is customary, when the Thunderbolts get a first down here at the Thunderbowl, you howl.
It's a nice crowd. It's not quite what it was last week, and it's a little more reserved.
First and 10 from the 19-yard line. Boyd in motion, left side. Now resets on the left side. They draw him offside. Flags will come out, and they stop the play. Let's see if there was movement on the CSU Pueblo side of the ball here as well.
Well, they were looking at the center, Corbin Feenstra, but I don't think he moved.
Thunderbolts are all pointing toward the Hard Rockers. I didn't notice any contact.
No, but they were so far in, I think they did it for safety's sake. But I think...
Offside. Defense causing the offensive player to move. Okay. 5 yards. Remains first down.
So after they did come across, one of the offensive linemen did flinch, but they were induced. So it's a free 5 for the Thunderwolves. Makes it 1st and 5 from the 14. They lead at 16-0. We're down to 8:50 to go here in the third quarter.
This is where you could see a tight end across right on one of the hashes and just sees Rex Dowson zip that ball.
Dowson's under center. Brings Boyd in motion. Resets on the left side. Quick wide receiver screen. O'Shea Washington. Nice cut inside the 10. And he's down to about the 6. O'Shea, a good move there, and he gets forward for the first down. It's 1st and goal. Got just enough. So it's 1st and goal at the 7-yard line for the Thunderwolves. They like O'Shea Washington. They're high on a lot of these wide receivers. They need them to come into their own, and they've got a quarterback now in Rex Dowson who can spin it and get it to them.
This is the 12th play of the drive coming out of the half.
Dort back in the game. He is the back, and they give it to him up the middle, and he is hit but fights forward down to about the 5-yard line. He ran it out of the pistol that time. There was good penetration off the edge that time by the Hard Rockers, but Dort able to fight forward. Deceptively strong. Thunderbolts make a lot of substitutions here as Washington and Wise come out of the game. They come in with a heavier package as Smith, the freshman, tight ends into the game. Rex looking over to the sideline. A little slow getting the ball in here. They were down to 10 on the play clock. Might have to take a timeout here. We'll keep an eye on John Riston. He'll run up the sideline here and call the timeout if he has to. Down to 3. And now
Rex doesn't know what it is. He's got to call timeout.
Yeah, so timeout taken. 7:26 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 16-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
This spot on the field, Joe, better to be safe there than try to just run up there in a fire drill, try to get a play off.
Well, you have that rhythm going. You have that momentum going. This is play 12 of the drive to come out of the locker room at halftime. These are the back-breaking drives that the Pack is known for.
Well, they got 2 tight ends here, 3 tight ends on this formation. Their heavy package. O'Malley, the fullback, in there as well. No wide receivers. They pitch it right side to Dort. Nice cut to the 1-yard line. I think he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Boy, that is the heaviest package you can get, Joe. 3 tight ends plus the fullback.
But they give it to the slightest tailback. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you give it to Michi with that back, with that grouping, it makes more sense.
Ball's just inside the 1-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down now and goal for the Thunderwolves here as we're down to 6:55 to go in this third quarter. It's been all Pack in this quarter. Dowson up under center. Same formation with the fullback. Dort is the I-back. And they give it to Fredlett up the middle. Wedges his way in. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. Well, O'Malley one of the keys there. He is like a sledgehammer at fullback. He loves to deliver the blow to the linebacker sitting there in the hole, and he knocked him out of the way, and Dort gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. What a great drive for the Thunderbolts. Maybe their best of the year.
14 plays, 64 yards, 8 minutes and 21 seconds.
Taylor in to try the extra point. Good snap this time. Kick is up, and it is good. 6:39 to go in the third quarter. Thunderbolts stretch it out. They lead it 23-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts leading at 23-0. Joe, I see our old buddy Darren Wilkinson, the Texas A&M Kingsville Ball Club. They're up 15-3 in the second quarter over 10th ranked Midwestern State. Good to see Wilk's
Good
team.
for Wilk.
It's one of the games we're watching tonight. We'll have some other Division II scores for you as the night goes on. Kick taken at the 6-yard line, up across 10, 15, 20, and blasted down there just when you think you're going to get into the clear and do something.
And there's a flag.
For the Thunderbolts on the hit there that time. That was Ronnie Bennett, the redshirt freshman. One of the Florida connection out of Delray Beach, Florida. Flag is laying back up here at the 34-yard line.
On the return team, number 3, 10 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So the hold on Kevin Mills. So that'll be marked off from the end of the run, which was the 24-yard line. So that'll take it back to the 14. Boy, that was excellent coverage there by Ronnie Bennett. That's how you earn playing time with the Pack in a program as such as they have. When you're a freshman, you got to do some things on special teams and then work your way into the rotation at a later date.
Well, they said they dressed 75 guys today. If you got a uniform on, you can play.
Now the starting quarterback's back in the game. Zips it out on the left side. Caught at the 20, spinning forward. Another busted tackle there for the Thunderbolts. And back in there is Jake Sullivan. So for whatever reason, he did not play the majority of that second quarter following the pick 6. He looks fine, so we thought he might have been injured. Thought it was kind of drastic taking him out for just throwing an interception, but maybe that's the way they do things there at Hard Rockerville.
It's kind of a big interception, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Kristen took out AJ last week after pick 6.
That's true. And off of the middle. Oh, and submarining his way out across the 30-yard line. Well, they're going to mark him at the 30. But that's Silveria. He got toppled end over end there after a gain of 5. Second down and 5. Under 6 to go now here in the third quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 23-0. This is the first possession of the second half for the Hard Rockers. Double right out right. Now they send a receiver out to the right. With the ball caught. Good penetration. Thunderbolts defense flying to the football.
That's Joe Jones taking on a blocker, shedding the blocker, getting a finger on it.
It's Ridley. He comes in motion. It's like a head start for him. When he comes across the formation in motion, then they zip it out to him in the flat. You got those two blockers up ahead. But that play never really has. You never make a big living with that play against the Thunderbolts. They're so fast on defense. But you keep them occupied, and then you can spring some things in the middle sometimes.
But that was a better adjustment for Csu Pueblo on that than they did in the first half.
3rd and 3. Thunderbolts on defense, they gave up 6 out of 10 in that first half. Let's see what adjustments they've made here in the second half. Trips to the left here. They're all bunched together. Straight drop back. Fire over the middle. And is it hauled in? I think the ball comes out. No signal as of yet. Thunderbolts said they have the ball. No signal.
It's got to be incomplete.
They're going to say it's a complete pass. Thunderbolts ended up with the football. So Sanchez is credited with the catch. So evidently he had the ball and then had it ripped out of his hands when he was on the turf. There's no replay. That would have been suspect. So 1st and 10. Hand off left side, and going nowhere is Silveria.
Number 6, Silveria, the ball carrier.
That was a strange play, Joe, that pass play.
Well, and they got to the line so quick just because they knew it was going to be questioned. But there is no replay tonight, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can question all you want. 2nd down and 9. Sullivan with the big back on his hip. Cowart, straight drop back. Fires down the seam right side. Great catch inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line.
That's Marcus Sanchez again.
Boy, he throws it up there high, and Sanchez able to come down with it. He's a big receiver. Senior out of Anaheim. Went to Canyon High School in Anaheim, California. Home of your Angels there.
So maybe he's an Angels fan. There aren't many of us, especially this year.
Angels kind of let me down the last 2 nights against Toronto.
Well,
see if they can suck it up today and get a win. 1st and 10 from the Thunderbolts' 30-yard line here. Hard Rockers trying to get their first points of the game here on this drive. Straight drop back, quarterback draw. Sullivan getting away for the moment, now throws it.
He was
out
over the
of
line
bounds.
of scrimmage.
He came across the line and then dropped it back behind the line and delivered it out of bounds.
Well, I know you can do that in high school.
Quarterback is outside the tackle box and the ball did cross the line of scrimmage.
He was across the line of scrimmage. Whitehead.
Sam Singleton flying over there and causing Sullivan to kind of think better about everything there. So it's 2nd down and 10 after all that. Double wide out to each side. Ball's on the right hash. Fakes the handoff, passes left side. Almost could have been intercepted there if, Darius, he wasn't thinking about the ball hitting his hands there because he was coming up to deliver the shot. The ball deflected off the receiver and glanced right off the freshman of the year from a year ago.
I love to watch these defensive backs. They do not want to come off the field. They keep getting subbed out, and they don't want to come off.
It's 3rd and 10. Cowart is the lone back. Now they're going to bring Ridley across the formation. He's going to line up in the slot to the left. So it's trips to the left in effect here, the wide side of the field for the Hard Rockers. Sullivan looks right down the sideline, goes up high with a pass, one-handed grab, but he stepped out of bounds.
Saying he's out of bounds.
And again, it was Sanchez making the catch.
We're going to try and talk him into it.
It could be a penalty, or he could have stepped out of bounds and then come back into the field of play. Could have been the first touch thing, but they're going to say incomplete.
One official looked like he might be trying to talk the other one into it.
Well, the one official said he stepped out of bounds at the 24-yard line. If that is the case, it's the first touch rule. It should have been a penalty. Anyway, it ends up being incomplete. So a field goal attempt here.
This is a 47-yard field goal attempt. I'm not sure they're going to try this.
Ball's down. They almost got to it. Kick on the way. Hits the crossbar and flops over. It's good. Oh, he needed 47, and he got 47. 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hard Rockers on the scoreboard. It's 23-3 Pack on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, he's out of Black Diamond, Washington. Robbie Joe Girardin. 47-yard field goal attempt. Hits the crossbar. Went about 10 feet in the air and flopped over. Just enough.
In the book, it looks like a 47-yard field goal. Right down the middle.
Well, Hard Rockers avoid the shutout for now. Still in the ball game. Down 3 scores. But a big chunk of this game has gone into the books. We're down to 3:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderbolts so efficient on that first drive. Might see an onside kicker. No, long pooch kick. And it's going to hit at the 15. Somebody's got to grab it. Now they just down him.
Patrick O'Malley just grabbed the ball and took a knee.
Yeah, Patrick O'Malley's capable. He can run the ball. He's a fullback, but he decided to take the safe route there. Nobody was around him. He could have probably gotten 5 or 6 yards before the wave would have got to him.
But maybe that's what their coach, if it's not, just go down.
He comes over to the sideline, and
so Steve Samsel was like, dude, you carry the ball for us.
Yeah, you're running back. That's the old better safe than sorry thing, Joe.
Confusion.
So Thunderbolts now have to start from their own 18-yard line. Dowson will be under center. Play action. Dowson rolls right, fires ahead. Ball caught. O'Shea Washington, or is that one? No, it is O'Shea Washington. O'Shea close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a foot short. So a gain of 9. It'll be second down and a yard.
It was a rifle shot. 9 yards on a rope. Oh, they gave it to him. That's what I thought.
They go ahead and adjust it and say, might as well move it ahead. Well, we saw that spot earlier in the game when they moved it ahead a half yard to make sure they got the first down.
Yeah, that's close. In the interest of game time management.
Thunderbolts with a new back in the game, Joe. First and 10. They go hand it off on the right side.
That's J.C. Cherry or David Cardinal. I can't tell if that's
It's David Cardinal into the game. His first carry. He's kind of been in the doghouse a little bit, I guess you'd say. I don't know, it just kind of fell out of favor a little bit, but he must be back into good graces. He's into the ball game here.
He's a specimen, and he can carry the football. He's a transfer, but we asked John Risty, he said he just, too many mental mistakes, and after a while, you have to turn the page and go to the next guy because you have to just perform.
But he gained 7 there. That'll get him into the good graces. Second down and 3. He's the lone back here. He's going to take the handoff off the left side. Good burst. Barrels into the defender and carries defenders out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That's how you earn some playing time.
Get back into the good graces. And Jim, I not looking down the road, but running backs are so precious, and Dort and Michi right now are going to have to carry the load because Bernard McDonald is hurt. So now some back preservation.
Well, Cardinal, he's a transfer. He's out of Hayes, Kansas. Native of Denver, Colorado. First and 10 for the Thunderbolts from the 46-yard line. Long count here. And again, Cardinal up the middle. Bursts through there. Puts his head down. He runs with an attitude. Down to the 45-yard line. Gains 9. It'll be second down and 1.
Well, he has 3 carries and almost 30 yards. Hello, David Cardinal Jr.
Talk about bringing the sledgehammer in. Well, you hear that phrase, a downhill runner? He's a downhill runner.
Well, we've seen him. He's thick. We just didn't think he'd play.
Second and 1 for the Thunderbolts. Time for a little play action here and go for it all. Let's see if that happens. Nope, they're going to give it to Cardinal again. And he just bounds in there and gets the first down. Bangs down to the 43-yard line. That was a good little stint there for Cardinal. He'll come out of the game. Fans here give him a hand as he comes out, as Michi comes in. Welcome to the pack.
Gets a hug from Sammy Sewell and Alan Hedrick. Let's see if Riston goes over and gives him Riston.
And he just walked right by him.
Yeah. Do your job.
He still remembers all the mental errors.
Yes. We're not there yet.
Double wide out left, the extra tight end to the left. Draw play, Michi, right side. He's hitting the backfield. Fights forward, though. Gets across the line of scrimmage for a yard down to the 42.
That's what I like about Austin Michi is even when it's a tough play, he'll still get it back to the line of scrimmage or a yard or something. That might be the end of the...
What an amazing third quarter for the Thunderbolts. They just drained this clock. That will be the final play of a rapid third quarter. It was a good one for the Pack. They lead it 23-3 at the end of 3. Back for the fourth quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Thunderbolts run play action coming out of the break across the 25, inside the 20 to the 15 and down. The Thunderbolts came right up to the line of scrimmage, and Rex Dowson ran the play action rollout, flip up ahead to O'Shea Washington, and he gets it all the way down to the 15-yard line. First and 10 for the Thunderwolves. I told you they like this kid, O'Shea Washington. These receivers, they were optimistic about him, to say the least, Joe, going into the season here. A lot of new faces, but they thought they had a pretty good unit.
And the only one we knew, Forsgren played a little bit last year, was Daniel Weiss, who sat out all of last year.
Dowson up under center, unbalanced to the left here with the extra tight end. Play action, Dowson under pressure, flips it to the right side, too low. He's trying to get it to Kalen Anderson.
Well, it was too low because he had players from South Dakota Mines in his back pocket.
Kevin Riverich was into the game as well on that play. He'll come out now. The extra tight end, Boyd, comes in, as well as the heralded freshman Amon Johnson into the game now for the Thunderbolts. So it's 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. The aforementioned freshman Johnson splits wide to the right. Heavy tight end presence out here. 3 of them in the game. Handoff. Here's Cardinal, puts his head down, inside the 10, stays on his feet, bangs his way inside the 5, toward the goal line, but he stopped at about the 3. Downhill, Joe, like an avalanche.
I think. Do you think David Cardinal Jr. has a point to prove?
Yeah, I've been shortchanging him. It is Junior.
I'm just asking.
Well, he's proved his point to me. I'm on board. I'm a fan. I like the power back.
Now you're going to run right behind Patrick O'Malley and 3 tight ends.
Ball at the 3-yard line on the right hash mark. Dowson under center. Takes the snap. Here's Cardinal again. Hesitates this time, but he bangs forward and lunges to the goal line, but he stopped about a yard short. Almost carried that tackler in there with him.
This just eats up clock, though, too.
2nd down and goal.
Let's take 1st and goal from the 3 and take 3 downs and 2 minutes to get it.
Especially with a back like Cardinal. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 1 is where they spot it. The nose of the football right on the 1-yard line. Same formation. O'Malley, the fullback, in there. I formation. Dowson now looks over to the sideline, seeing if they want to change the call. It's the heavy package. 3 tight ends with the fullback.
This would be a great time for a naked bootleg.
Long count by Dowson. Takes the snap. Here's Cardinal off the left side. Puts his head down. Bangs his way to the goal line. Lunges. Is he in? Waiting for a signal. Well, he's laying over the goal line, but they're going to say he's short, evidently.
Oh, they did not give him the touchdown.
Yeah, they did not give it to him. He's about an inch short of that goal. He's as close to the goal line as you can get. Look at that spot, Joe.
Jim, they got up before an official could see him.
I mean, you could take a credit card out there and just have that much space between the nose of the football and the goal line.
Oh, and they took him out. They put Michi in, which isn't a bad option.
And now we've got a timeout taken by South Dakota Mines.
Timeout. South Dakota. First charge.
That doesn't seem fair to one David Cardinal. Timeout on the field. 28 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 23-3. A quick 30 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Right out to the line of scrimmage we go. 3rd down and goal from about a half an inch. Offset eye this time. O'Malley is the fullback. Michi the tailback. Boy, it looked like the left guard moved early. The Thunderwolves are in for the touchdown. And South Dakota Mines coaching staff irate. I'm with them. The left guard moved early that time. Now the flag comes out. We're going to get a sideline warning against South Dakota Mines. But the left guard for the Thunderwolves, he moved a half tick too soon. But the Thunderwolves get in.
Well, that's how you do it, Jim. You just beat the snap count.
It is a touchdown for the Thunderwolves. They lead it 29-3. They'll take it. And the official still, there is quite a confab going on across the way. And Zach Tinker, I'm on board with you there. The left guard definitely moved early. They're going to mark it off on the kickoff.
Touchdown was good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench of South Dakota Mines. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
You know, in the Olympics, Joe, his Olympics would have been over. That was a false start. But they don't have those little electronic foot pads for offensive linemen. It's a good thing because people can get hurt with those things.
See, now, I didn't see it as blatantly as you, but I was watching the tailback, to be honest with you.
Here is the kick on the way, and it is good. 12:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Thunderbolts put another one on the board. They lead it 30-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, after the touchdown on the quarterback sneak, Thunderwolves
Security Service Investment Group.
with the penalty mark off, we're going to kick it off from the 50-yard line there. Well, you don't mess around now when you're up by 30-3. You just bang it through the uprights, I think, if you're Nathan Taylor. If you want to roll the dice, you get to pick the old high poocher here, Joe.
Well, I think you can't get greedy when you're trying to get win number one.
And he does go for the uprights. And it's out the back of the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, Zach Tinker, he was irate. He came unglued after that play.
And you said he had every reason to.
Yes, the left guard definitely off early. And Dowson just wedged his way in behind. The only other thing I can think, Joe, maybe by design, is everybody else is told to hold their position. Only the ball's going to be snapped in the left guard move, and then you get everybody flat-footed. That's the only thing I can think. We'll ask John Risson about that on Wednesday. Here's a quick pass play, quick slant, and it's incomplete. Ron Tarkinen lurking there, and the intended receiver, I think, had the old alligator arms.
Did you hear footsteps? Footsteps.
Heard Laron Tarkinen come. Well, the day's getting better for you, Joe. Michigan State's up 29-7 now over Notre Dame.
Hey, if SC can win, this might be the perfect football Saturday.
Well, SC's down 17-3.
And they're playing Stanford, so.
Oh, well. 3 out of 4 ain't bad for you today. Well, it'd be 4 out of 5 with the Thunderwolves.
That's
win.
right.
Play action, pass right side, incomplete. There was heavy pressure coming in. As that time, Trace Gray was coming in, and he went ahead and unloaded on the quarterback, Jake Sullivan. Sullivan ended up on the seat of his pants.
You know, Trace Gray got his spot taken away this week, and he's playing with a little bit of a purpose, too. We love Trace Gray. He looks like the kind of football player you want to get behind. He's an animal.
And he's Thunderwolves super fan. He comes to all the basketball games. He sits over there, even for the women's games. He's the first one there, last one to leave. 3rd and 10. Pass right side, broken up.
There's a flag.
Going to be interference on the Thunderwolves.
He kind of had hold of the arm on that. I think they're going to call Darius Williams on that.
It was the old leverage play when you kind of hold him with your left arm with the tug and then reach across with the right to break it up.
Because he turned him with it.
Pass interference. Defense number 20. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
And it is Darius Williams.
You know, if he doesn't turn the receiver,
right,
but he had so much of him that he couldn't help himself.
Yeah, I have no quarrel with that one. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Hard Rockers. They trail it 30-3. Sullivan takes the snap. Quick flip over to the right side. Ball's dropped. Right into the hands of Darian Cowart, but...
Well, Sullivan got rid of that quicker than he probably was supposed to, and that might be being a little gun-shy or a little dinged up, but that ball was out of his hands quick for a pass that quick.
Yeah, I am with you. As the game has gone on, his feet are getting a little happier.
Yeah, I think he's just getting rid of it way too quick on that, and that one didn't even have time to set up. It was just a little pass in the flat to the back.
So 2nd and 10. Thunderwolves lead it 30-3. We're down to 12:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Looks left, fires left, incomplete. Speaking of hearing footsteps, it's the wide receiver this time. Out here on the left side.
There was a little air under that ball, and all that did was allow Joe Jones and Laurent, both safeties, to close.
Jacob Christ, the freshman out of Ellicott High School in Colorado Springs, let that one slip through his hands. 3rd and 10 now for the Hard Rockers. She'll blitz off the edge. Now they change up.
I want to see Laron go. He's inching up toward the line of scrimmage.
He was edging up. I think that's what caused him to call the audible here. He's still creeping up. Here he comes. Pass. They're going down the middle of the field. And could we get a flag here? Maybe.
No
I guess not. Tell you what, a good job done that time by defensive back Williams. He was shielding on the play, but he didn't make contact.
No, he was basically just running. They will tell him when he looks at film, Darius, turn your head, because you know it's coming.
Yeah, now if the wide receiver had stopped somehow,
run right into him,
and they'd call the flag, but they just kept on running. It was more or less like a screen. So 4th and 10 now from the 35-yard line. Punt is away. It's a low end-over-end job. Going to hit at the 30. Takes a high hop. Sunday hop. He'll return for Wise. Oh, and he's taken down at the 30. Boy, saving tackle there by Jake March.
You know, Jim, that last Hard Rocker drive, Sullivan was incomplete on 5 straight passes and then the pass interference. So the guy that kind of picked him apart early misfired on every attempt on that drive.
And the pressure was coming every time. And even if there wasn't, it almost like he sensed pressure.
David Cardinal Jr. back in the game.
So Dowson up under center here. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Play action. Dowson in the pocket. He looks down the middle of the field and incomplete. Speaking of maybe a little interference, but I think they're just going to say incidental contact there as Daniel Wise was bumping with that cornerback, but the pass was uncatchable. It was about 5 yards over his head.
Love Dave Brown in passing game corner. He said, let's take a shot. Rex needs to get some of those under his belt. Need a little more air. Just a little more air. But he threw it off his back foot like he was throwing a piece of paper in the trash can, and it was 50 yards down the field.
It was just a little flip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Double wide out right. They're going to pass it to the right side. Ball caught. O'Shea Washington gets ahead across the 40. They're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2 yards short of the first down. A gain of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Well, the passing game just so much better this week. More crisp, getting it to a lot of different players. And, Joe, you mentioned it. The thing about it is the rhythm. They've been able to run enough plays this week with some success. They're starting to find more and more use of their weapons.
There's a comfort factor, but you're also not playing Colorado Mines or West Texas A&M. No offense to South Dakota Mines, but
truth is truth. Cardinal forward, 1st down, I believe. The coach is on the sideline. I saw Wardo put his hands up in the air. He liked it.
He likes everything, though.
Greg Ward likes the physical presence. He's the director of football operations now for CSU Pueblo.
You know, he was at practice on Wednesday in a Hawaiian shirt. You know, you've gone from coaching staff, I'll help out when you need me, to director of football ops, which is, there's nobody better at it than Craig Ward.
He's a logistical genius. Almost.
Wearing a Hawaiian shirt at practice, I go, you're a man after my own taste, because I had one on too.
I don't know, is genius too flowery a word?
Way
right. Okay, little overstatement. All right. Here, it's the hand off of there. Michi busts through there.
See that big hand on the face mask there. And the umpire, it was right in front of the umpire. He didn't call it.
Maybe he was just caressing it. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. That's still a good hard run. Boy, you love the way Michi, you love the way all these backs tonight hitting the hole. Even Fred Dort, the slight one compared to these two, he still runs it up in there with a little attitude. Scored a touchdown tonight. So without, of course, their star, Bernard McDonald, the other 3 chipped in well here. Dowson up under center. Long count, double tight end set. Gives it to Michi off the right side. Hit, fights forward, still fighting. Look at him scramble around to get extra yardage there, up to close to midfield. He's put the excitement back in the 2-yard run.
That is the hardest 2.5 yards that we've seen in a long time. That Jesse Lewis-esque.
Yeah, that old there was a tandem there in those years, Lewis and Johnson.
Thunder and Lightning, and Jamal Johnson, Jesse Lewis. Great guys too. Jamal was Sierra High School, I believe. Jesse out of Loveland High School.
Jesse's in the playoffs in Austria this week. Here is Dowson, pass right side, ball caught by Forsgren ahead for the 1st down. You talk about zipping it in there on a line. Rex Dowson gets it to Forsgren ahead for the 1st down.
7-yard pass, and the ball was there before he made his break. to the outside shoulder, 7 yards, and then out of bounds. Perfect throw.
Well, Thunderbolts working on their personality here. Powerful running game, and then you get Rex out there slinging them on the edges, occasionally taking a shot down the field. Boy, they're unbalanced to the left this time with the extra tight end. They're going to run it left side with Michi. Hit, but breaks the tackle across the 40, inside the 35, down to around the 30-yard line. You can hear the excitement in the stands below us, Joe, but a flag is down here. There's going to be a hold, probably bringing this one back, but still, Michi is fun to watch.
He is.
Holding, offense number 85. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
Over the tight end, Aaron Eckhoff. Maybe on the seal.
So it'll be marked back to the 45-yard line. It'll be first down and 13 now. So it's a gain of 7, then the 10-yard mark off. Your football math lesson of the night.
We've had a lot of football math lessons, Jim, these last few days.
That's for sure.
Kind of footballed out.
Here's the handoff. Cardinal off the left side. Nice cut.
That's Dort.
You're right.
Just because he's so little.
He hasn't been in the game for a while.
I know.
And he gains 2. It'll be second down and 11.
This running back by committee without McDonald seems to be working. And it's keeping 3 guys happy.
Yeah, the way you keep 3 guys happy in the running game, you keep moving the chains. It's hard to keep 3 guys happy when you're 3 and out all the time.
Well, and the offensive line is just love. This has given them a chance to come together, fight their way through some things.
And a little shovel pass to Dort on the left side. Nice cut. Across the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. Dowson flushed from the pocket, and it was more or less like a 2-hand shovel pass.
Not sure that was designed that way, but
a little freelancing.
That's right.
Gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 3. Ball's at the 35-yard line. 30-3. Thunderbolts on top. 7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter.
You want to gain the trust of your teammates? Do things like that. Show them that you want to make a play.
Wise will split wide to the right. Eckhoff, the extra tight end, in the slot to the left. Smith's also in there, along with Boyd. And they give it to Dort. Bounces back inside and burrows his way forward for a first down to the 31-yard line. Thunderbolts slowly but surely just taking the air out of this game right now.
They've owned the ball in the second half. Can't wait to see the time of possession in the second half alone.
Well, that was one of the numbers they lost in the first half, as South Dakota Mines controlled. I think it was 17-13, somewhere in that vicinity. But here in the second half, it's been all pack. Going to go double wide out to the right. This time Dowsing going to go to the pistol. He has Michi with him. Straight drop back. Looks down the middle. Toward the end zone. Caught. Touchdown! O'Shea Washington on the post pattern. And a beautiful strike from Rex Dowson. O'Shea just takes it up the hash and then cuts it to the post, and it was wide open. But Dowson right on the money. Hit him in stride for the touchdown.
Beautiful. First guy to greet Rex Dowson, A.J. Thompson.
Good to see. He's a great teammate.
That's a class act right there.
Ball down, kick is up, and it is good by Nathan Taylor. The return to normalcy at the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts lead at 37-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
37-3, Pack on top. Joe, look at that beautiful moon rising up over the east side press box here at the Thunderbowl. It's a full moon.
It was a bell moon last night. It's a wolf moon tonight.
Oh, look at the cart. Is Joe Folda driving the cart tonight?
No.
That's what I want to see, the athletic director driving that cart again around the stadium. Here's the kickoff taken at the goal line. You're going to run it back across the 15, 20, 25-yard line. Decent return on the play.
Well, Rex Dowson right now is 16 of 21 for 205 yards and 1 touchdown and no interceptions.
That is a key number.
That is managing the ball. Csu Pueblo owns a possession time right now, 32-21.
That's after being a -4 in the first half.
That means they have owned the second half.
The deed of trust has been signed over. That's why I call it the return to normalcy. This is what we have grown to expect.
They lose the toss. They win the toss. They defer. They lead at halftime. They go in. They score to come out the second half. Game over. That's been a pattern for a long time.
And a running game. They give it up to the middle.
And now you know what you see from the players, right?
Yeah.
Juice.
Yeah, exactly.
You see it.
Connor Silveria, the ball carrier there. He picks up 6 on the play.
You know, it's not going to be bad to go to the field tonight, Jim.
Exactly.
Just telling you.
And that reminds us to remind you that Joe Cervi will have a post-game interview with John Riston immediately after the ball game.
And to all our faithful readers at chieftain.com, we have this stuff up right away as soon as we can.
Here's a flip out in the left flat. Ball caught, breaking tackles and moving up the sideline. Pretty good move that time by Zach Huber, senior out of Green River, Wyoming. That's first down for the Hard Rockers out to the 47-yard line. This will be the first loss of the year for the Hard Rockers after 2 impressive victories. And here is a play-action rollout right side. That's got to be interference, maybe, or is just somebody running into somebody. Now the flag comes out.
They all threw them.
Delayed reaction. It's almost like they couldn't believe what they were seeing over there, as it was a little delayed reaction from the flags. But then when they decided, they all threw them.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Oh, you know, I knew this freshman was a liability, Joe.
Yeah, I'm just
telling you. Emory Taylor, what business does he have on the field? Oh, he did have a pick 6 and another interception. That's why.
That's all.
You got to have a little bring back to reality for the freshman. And he's been good tonight. First and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Hard Rockers. Are in Thunderbowl territory. They give it to Silveria off the right side. Nice cut. It's 3. And on the stop for the Thunderbolts coming in there, Devin Johnson. Or excuse me, that's not. I'm looking on the wrong side. Beg your pardon. Kyle Rosenbrock for the Thunderbolts.
That's Joe's little brother.
You know, we saw Kyle at that tailgater a couple years back. Remember, we were at Mines, I think it was, before the ball game. Are you going to come?
Where are you going? Where are you going to play? Yeah. He was being heavily recruited by some Division I's, though.
Roll out to the right by Sullivan. Here comes heavy pressure. Gets the pass away up on the sideline. Not much there. It will be a short gain on the play. Ball caught by Barnes, but it was heavy pressure that time for the Thunderbolts racing in there. The man they call Rome. Ikechukwu Ihanahu, Joe.
Bless you.
I remember having a little Facebook conversation back and forth with him last year. I go, I got to have it. Give me the exact way to say it. Third down, and the quarterback keeper this time, Sullivan, slides down. Self-preservation that time as LaRon
slides down for the first down.
No, it wasn't LaRon. I think it was sprinkling in some substitutes in here. It was Darian Brunson doing his best LaRon Tarkinen impression there, coming from his deep safety position there, and he was ready to lower the boom, and Sullivan slid right underneath him. Sullivan looks left, fires left. Ball caught inside the 35 up to about the 31-yard line. And the ball grabbed up here by Manley. Manley's a junior out of Corona, California. A lot of California kids on this South Dakota Mines Ball Club. They're a national program in the sense places around the country. They're heavy into California. They're into Arizona. They're trying to get their way into Colorado now. With playing in the RMAC, they'll probably get a few more Colorado
kids. They
just
have to compete against Mines because it's an engineering institution.
Play action. Sullivan rolling right. Now steps back, fires down the middle, and it's caught inside the 5. Nice grab there inside the 5-yard line. On the catch is Kevin Mills. Another one of those California kids, junior college transfer out of Southwestern Community College. It's 1st and goal now down at the 2-yard line for the Hard Rockers. Sullivan from the gun. He has Coward on his left hip. He'll give it. No, he's going to run the follow play. Calls his own number, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. So Jake Sullivan calls his own number. It was the right decision, and it's a touchdown for the Hard Rockers here with 3:09 to go in the 4th quarter. Makes it 37-9. They'll go ahead and kick the extra point here. That means it's Robbie Joe.
You love that name, right?
Yep. Out of Black Diamond, Washington. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 3:09 to go here in the 4th quarter. Hard Rockers strike. They cut the lead to 37-10, but it's in favor of the Pack. Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo. 3:09 to go here in the 4th quarter. South Dakota Mines gets on the board with the touchdown run by their quarterback, Sullivan, Jake Sullivan. Junior out of Rapid City.
Daniel Wise, kickoff your investment plan with Mike Solarino from Security Service Investment Group.
And, Sullivan, he threw that pick 6 after engineering what was a beautiful drive at the time. They were on the doorstep, Joe, of going in, taking the lead. Who knows what this game goes if they get that touchdown to make it 7-3. But instead, he threw the pick 6, and then he found some bench for the rest of that first half.
And we thought it was a little drastic, but hey.
But he's by far the better of the 2 quarterbacks. I don't want to, throw any slight to Ben Broker, but Sullivan's a pretty good quarterback. A little harsh, as we say, Joe.
Exactly.
A little harsh. Here's that short pooch kick. Thunderbolts will take it, and they're going to run this one back across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Ball taken by number 3, Kaylon Anderson. First down.
Kaylon Anderson. He says, you know what? I'm not going to do what Patrick O'Malley did. I'm going to go ahead and run this thing. But the difference was there, he caught it on the fly. Remember when Patrick O'Malley, he caught it on a bounce with his back to the defenders, and he went in and took the knee. See Tundra running up the track along the sideline. Back to normalcy for Tundra. Going to be tired at the end of the evening. He runs down there after every score. He's been getting a lot of turf time the first 2 weeks of the year.
He's well fed. She's well fed.
She is a great dog. No 2 ways about it. And A.J. Thompson in the game runs the naked bootleg around the 40, 45-yard line. So A.J. Thompson into the ball game. Joe Cervi is going to make his way on down to the field. He'll talk to John Riston after this ball game is over. First down carry there. Nice run out to the 45-yard line by A.J. Thompson. Thunderbolts lead at 37-10, 2:50 to go, clock rolling here in the 4th quarter. Stay with us in that post-game show. We'll talk to John Riston. We'll recap the scoring. We'll have the numbers for you. We'll have a scoreboard show that all comes your way on the Thunderbolts post-game show. Here's another naked bootleg. And here goes Thompson across the 50, 45, 40, up the sideline to the 30 before he runs out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
First down,
So 2 little naked bootlegs by A.J. Thompson, and the Thunderbolts in business down to the 28-yard line with 2:31 to go. Clock rolls after they set the chains. Of course, the timing rules in college football, when you go out of bounds, the clock stops temporarily until they reset the chains until the last 2 minutes. In the final 2 minutes you go out of bounds, the clock stays stopped. A.J. up under center this time, I formation. Cardinal, the running back, off the left side, and he is hit down after a gain of about a yard. Kind of a coming out party here tonight for David Cardinal Jr., particularly in that third quarter.
Second down at about 9.
Late in the third quarter on into the start of the fourth quarter, that drive where they got it all the way down to the 1-inch line. I mean, if it was an inch, that might be stretching it. It was so close to the goal line, and they took him out of the ballgame, and then they ran the quarterback sneak to Dowson. Down to 1:30 to go. 2 more plays, and this game will be over. Long count by Thompson. Gives it to Cardinal. He fumbled the football. As on the exchange from A.J., the ball popped out of there. He never did have it. No signal as whose ball it is yet. Looks like South Dakota Mines has it, and indeed they do. So the ball goes over on the turnover. Well, the question will be, was that faulty handoff or just Cardinal coughing it up? Takes some of the glow off what was a great game for Cardinal. So we're down to I got it at 1:07. I think they're going to reset it now to 1:12. I think too much time ran off the clock there. They haven't done it yet. They're still looking to get the clock reset.
Please reset the game clock to 1:12.
Yeah, 1:12 is what they want. It's at 1:07 right now. Because when the ball popped loose, they needed to stop the clock, is in essence what they needed to do. Now they got it reset. So we're at 1:12. We're ready to go. So another chance here for the Hard Rockers to get one final score in this game following the turnover. And they're going to give it right up the middle. This is Coward out across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Coward, the ball carrier, starting at number 47, Ronnie Penning.
Straight drop back, flipped out left, ball caught, and a big-time hit. Oh, my. Thunderbolt's coming over, making the stop. Kyle Rosenbrock again, introducing himself to the wide receiver that time for the Hard Rockers, Nathan Courtney. Under 30 to go now. We're down to 3rd down and 2 from the 35-yard line. Sullivan will try it one more time here. Takes the snap, sets, fires over the middle, and the ball's dropped. So it falls incomplete. We're down to 13 seconds to go. Actually, 12.9 to be exact. Apologize for that little bit of static. The wireless mic that Joe uses not quite engaged yet, but Joe probably getting set to turn it on. That's why we're hearing a little static there. He'll be ready there shortly. We'll talk to John Risson after the game's over. 13 seconds to go. 4th down and 2. Play action. Sullivan pump fake. Now fires. Ball is caught for the first down. Across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That'll stop the clock for the first down with 5.9 seconds to go. If they hustle here, they can get one more snap off.
Timeout. South Dakota.
And South Dakota Mines going to go ahead and take a timeout. So we'll take one extra break for our sponsors. 37-10 our score. Thunderwolves on top on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And back to the field here for the final play of the game, barring another penalty. Sullivan from the gun. Quick pass, right side. Ball caught, getting up to about the 45-yard line. Play only took about 4 seconds. We're down to 2.4 to go. So now, from the 46, they can probably get a shot to the end zone here. We'll see if Sullivan can load one up here on the Hail Mary on the last play of the game. Play gained 8. It's 2nd down and 2 now from the 46-yard line for the Hard Rockers here. Sullivan takes the snap, fires left, ball is caught inside the 35, down to the 32, and that will do it. Ball caught on the last play of the game, the freshman out of Colorado Springs, Jacob Christ. It's a final for the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts win it 37-10. Back with our post-game show and an interview with John Riston right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts win the ball game, and down on the field, Joe Cervi has John Riston. We're trying to make eye contact here, see if you're ready. And go ahead, Joe.
Head coach John Riston, big win, first win of the season after 2 losses, improvement in many, many areas. Just first of all, your overall thoughts about tonight's game.
Well, I was proud that we came out and we played fast, and I thought we had a great week of practice, and I thought we had carried over. But we didn't turn the ball over until the very end over there, and you do that, you keep you in a ball game, as we always say. Defense made a big turnover when they were dry, got a turnover, and took it all the way in for 6. So that helped change the momentum, so we got to keep improving.
Obviously, the big question, Rex Dowson gets his first start at CSU Pueblo, engineers drives, manages the football, manages the offense. Looked like he received the confidence of his teammates and maybe even the coaches tonight. Yeah,
I thought he did a nice job managing the game. I was very proud of him. He got us in some right plays, and he threw a nice ball down there, a touchdown to O'Shea at the end. And, that's what we need. We need a quarterback to manage, and he's done a nice job with that. Probably the thing that stuck out to Jim and I the most is that first drive of the second half, where you almost 7 minutes of the third quarter, and then you get the ball back. You owned the second half in time of possession after trailing in the first half. Just that was packed football. Well, we got a chance to set a statement. If you have an opening drive third quarter, if you go 3 and out, then it gives everybody a life. So I made a big deal with everybody. Says you got to go start this thing and finish it in the third quarter. And I was really happy the way we responded. We converted, I think, 3 third downs there, and it really helped us maintain the momentum. And we talked a little bit about on Wednesday night on the coach show about the juice, finding the juice. Looked like we saw some of that tonight. Yeah, I think for some reason we've had a disconnect from the electric cord for some reason, and I think that falls on me as a coach, and I got to get them figured out. But it was nice to have these guys have a little fun with the win. Feels good to go 1-0 this week. 1-0 this week, and 24 hours, and then we got to go beat Highlands. All right, that's head coach John Riston. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe Cervi. And, of course, the head coach John Riston, who receives a hug from his wife, Rochelle, on the field. It's a good reward. Thunderbolts win the ball game. 37-10 is the final. Back with a recap of tonight's ball game as part of our post-game show continues on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts win the ball game 37-10. Let's recap the scoring in this ball game. Thunderbolts would get it started early on in the ball game. Nathan Taylor would connect on a 40-yard field goal. It capped off a 5-play, 53-yard drive, and the Thunderbolts led it 3-0 at that point. Then we got into the second quarter, and one of the probably the best drive of the night by South Dakota Mines at the time of the ball game, and with everything that was on the line, they moved it smartly down the field. They converted 5 third downs on the drive, moved it into scoring territory, but they faced a third down and relatively long, and their quarterback Sullivan rolled out to the right and kind of threw it off his back foot, and lo and behold, the freshman Emory Taylor stepped in front of it at the 15-yard line, raced up the sideline. Looked like it was going to be an easy pick six for a little bit, but Sullivan's got pretty good wheels as he had a bit of an angle on him, got up the sideline, and they met at about the 15-yard line, but Sullivan kind of went by him and fell out of bounds, and somehow Taylor stayed inbounds and got it on into the end zone for the pick six. The two-point try for the extra point failed. So at that point, it was 9-0 Thunderbolts with 11:16 to go in the second quarter. Thunderbolts, when they get a late turnover, as another interception by Taylor set him up in good shape late in the first half. Thunderbolts this time would go 22 yards in 5 plays, capped off by the 12-yard run by Michi. They kind of set it up with a pass look. They had trips to the left, and then they ran Boyd in motion, the tight end, to the left side, so they kind of flooded that area with receivers, but they ran just a quick little hitter up the middle to Michi, and it was wide open on into the end zone. The extra point was good. It made it 16-0 at the end of the first half. Thunderbolts going to get the ball first to start the second half, and they would go on a great drive. 14 plays, 64 yards. The drive set up by a brilliant return by Daniel Wise all the way out to the 36-yard line, but then the Thunderbolts on that drive just making their way down the field, and Fred Dort would go in from 1 yard out. The extra point was good, and the Thunderbolts led it 23-0 with 6:39 to go in the third quarter. The drive took 8 minutes and 12 seconds. South Dakota Mines would then answer on their next drive. They'd go 56 yards in 10 plays. Their drive stalled, but they would bring in their freshman kicker, Girardin, and he would boot in a 47-yard field goal. The ball hit the crossbar, went up in the air about 10 feet, and tumbled over the crossbar for the field goal. It made it 23-3 at that point. Then the Thunderbolts came back, another time-consuming march as they go 83 yards and 12 plays, featuring David Cardinal Jr., the running back, who's the third stringer, was fourth stringer before the injury to Bernard McDonald, who didn't play tonight. But boy, did he take advantage of his playing time on that drive, as he got it all the way down to the goal line, couldn't quite get it in. The Thunderbolts, and then we go with Rex Dowson on a quarterback sneak on 3rd and goal to get the touchdown. The extra point by Taylor was good. It made it 30-3 with 12:25 to go in the ball game. Thunderbolts going to come back on another time-consuming march. This time they go 11 plays, 68 yards, and a beauty. Rex Dowson, a 31-yard strike to O'Shea Washington on the post pattern. The extra point was good by Taylor, made it 37-3. South Dakota Mines would answer. They would get into the end zone for the only time tonight. They go 8 plays, 75 yards. It was the quarterback Jake Sullivan, a 2-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Girardin was good, making the final score. Thunderbolts win it 37-10. Back with the final numbers right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolts. Let's take a look at the final numbers from tonight's ball game. Thunderbolts, of course, win it 37-10. Thunderbolts 21 first downs, the Hard Rockers 18. Thunderbolts 156 yards on the ground on 42 carries. South Dakota Mines 67 yards on 25 carries. Thunderbolts with 205 yards passing. South Dakota Mines 220. Total offense in the game, Thunderbolts 361 yards on 63 plays from scrimmage. South Dakota Mines, one less play, 62 plays, but they get 287 yards. Some of the other numbers of note, turnovers, of course, the two big ones tonight, the 2 interceptions for the Thunderbolts against the Hard Rocker quarterback. Penalties, each team penalized 4 times. Thunderbolts were 43 yards, South Dakota Mines were 35. Time of possession, Thunderbolts were behind by just under 5 minutes in the first half. Well, they end up with a 32-21 to 24-30 advantage there. We got to find the missing 9 seconds there somewhere. Third down conversions, Thunderbolts 9 of 14, much better tonight. South Dakota Mines, they were pretty good on third down, and in particular on that one drive, but they threw an interception for a pick 6 on that final one on that early drive in the second quarter. They were 8 of 14. Thunderbolts 2 of 2 today on fourth down. South Dakota Mines 0 for 1. Thunderbolts 3 of 3 in their red zone scoring chances. South Dakota Mines, they were 1 of 2. Individual numbers tonight. Austin Michi, 18 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. David Cardinal, 8 carries for 47 yards. Dort, 14 for 36. Dowson credited for 2 for a net 1-yard gain. He was sacked once in the ball game, but he also had a 1-yard touchdown run. For South Dakota Mines, Connor Silveria, 9 for 32. Dowert, 2 for 17. Sullivan, 8 for 8. Broker 1 for 7. We should mention their starting tailback, who went out with an injury. Kevin Thompson had 2 carries for 3 yards in the first half before leaving the ball game with what looked to be a left ankle sprain. Did not return after that early injury in the first quarter. Through the air tonight, Rex Dowson, very efficient, 16 of 21, 205 yards, 1 touchdown. And that was a beauty, the strike over the middle to O'Shea Washington. Perhaps his most electric play of the night was a 47-yard strike to Daniel Wise. Jake Sullivan ends up 20 of 33, did have the one pick, 215 yards. Broker 1 of 4, did have the one pick for 5 yards. O'Shea Washington 5 of 82 and the touchdown. Zach Boyd 5 for 35. Fredlet Dort 2 for 17. Daniel Wise, the aforementioned one catch, but it was a big one for 47 yards. Ridley 4 for 10. Sanchez 3 for 42. Manley 3 for 35. Barnes 3 for 30 for South Dakota Mines. Individual defensive numbers tonight. Ryan Merrill getting the start. He'll stay a starter with numbers like this. He ends up with 9 tackles, 3 of them unassisted. Brandon Bayer with 8. Darius Williams with 7, 6 of those unassisted. Emery Taylor, the freshman, what a night for him. 2 picks plus 6 tackles. Your defense, he'd be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Week, I would think, in the conference. Jack Gorf, 14 tackles tonight for South Dakota Mines. Ariano, 7. Counts with 7. Moore with 6. Thunderbolts win it 37-10. We'll come back. We'll give you a scoreboard show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Frantically finishing up my scoreboard sheet here as we go down the line here, as we got a few games still in progress, trying to work my way through them here before we go ahead and start ripping a few of these off here. As some games in progress still, and we'll look at those. Let's take a look at what happened in the RMAC first today. The big game of the day, Mesa goes into Golden today, and in double overtime, they knock off the Ore Diggers 41-40, the final. We'll have a date with Mesa in 2 weeks over in Grand Junction. We look forward to that one. Western State, they go to Chadron, Nebraska, and win today 24-15. When's the last time that happened? Have to look back in the record books to see that. Fort Lewis defeats Adams State today in Alamosa 21-16. Black Hills State at home. They knock off Dixie State 20-14. Highlands on the road late here tonight. Don't have a report on that one. They're taking on Northern Arizona. Let's go to the big boys here. There's one score I didn't get for you. We're going to go ahead and try to get it here to get the final. I'll find it real quick as I stall a little bit. But today in Fort Collins, remember a couple years back we went into Greeley to take on Northern Colorado. Well, Northern Colorado, they decided to play up. They're going to play the bigger boys. And they came back, made it semi-respectable late, but they end up losing the ball game to CSU. It was CSU Fort Collins 47 over Northern Colorado 21. That's the final there. Air Force Idle today. Number 4 Michigan defeated CU 45-28. If CU didn't have to punt, didn't have to try field goals, they were pretty competitive today. But a block punt, also a punt that was kicked right into the offensive line, led to 2 cheap touchdowns for Michigan. Too much to overcome for the Buffs. They let it get away late. They lose it 45-28. Let's go ahead and run down Division II scores here. First of note, number 1 Northwest Missouri defeats Kearney today 52-14. We'll give you the winners here. Number 2 West Georgia over Delta State. Number 3 Grand Valley over Northern Michigan. Number 4 Ashland over Findlay. Number 5 Shepherd defeats Virginia Wise. Number 6 Central Missouri survives a scare, but they defeat Missouri Western 38-34. Ferris State, number 7, they defeat Northwood. The aforementioned Mines, number 8, they lost to Mesa. The game of the day, perhaps, Valdosta State, number 18, went into North Alabama, ranked number 9. Well, North Alabama defeated them 44-19. Number 10, Midwestern State, our old friend Darren Wilkinson, the former offensive coordinator here at CSU Pueblo. He's the head coach at Texas A&M Kingsville. They trail it after leading early 15-3. They're now down 29-24 in the fourth quarter. We might have a final for you on that when we come back out of our final break. A&M Commerce, the winner today. Number 12, Henderson State, also a winner. Number 13, IUP wins. Number 14, Slippery Rock wins. Number 15, Sioux Falls wins. Number 16, Tuskegee, a late win over Florida A&M, 20-17 there. Augustana, a winner. Number 19, Minnesota State, the team the Thunderbolts played in the national title game a couple years back. They win over St. Cloud today. Number 20, Emporia State, a winner. Azusa Pacific trailed early, but they come back and defeat Central Washington. Number 22, Humboldt State, they lead at halftime over Simon Fraser 35-3. Number 23, Minnesota Duluth, comes from behind and defeats Concordia 52-49. A wild game there. Number 24, Assumption, a winner. Number 25, Florida Tech, a big win over Shorter, 40-0. Let's go to the big boys here, as some games coming down to the very end in the top 25. Let's go ahead and give you the finals here before we go and give you the games in progress. Final today, number 1 Alabama defeats Ole Miss 48-43. A wild and woolly one there. Number 2 Florida State, they get shellacked by number 10 Louisville 63-20. Number 4 Michigan, we told you about that win earlier over CU. Number 5 Clemson over South Carolina State. Number 6 Houston, yesterday they defeated Cincinnati. Number 9 Wisconsin survives a scare, knocks off Georgia State 23-17. Number 13, Iowa. They lose today to North Dakota State at the gun, 23-21. North Dakota State with 9 points in the final 3 minutes of that ball game to pull it out and defeat Iowa. Number 15, Tennessee over Ohio. Other finals, number 20, LSU. It's just gone final. They defeat Mississippi State 23-20. Number 21, Baylor over Rice. Number 22, Oregon goes down to Nebraska 35-32 earlier this evening. And number 24, Arkansas, they win at 42-3 over Texas State. And Miami, Florida, number 25 over Appalachian State, 45-10. Now let's go to the games that are in progress. Midway, well, a little bit more than midway through the fourth quarter. Michigan State, a big early lead. The Irish have come back to get it within 15. It's 36-21. Irish do have the ball in the Michigan State 12, so I guess there could be a miracle there in South Bend. Stranger things have happened in South Bend. But once again, 36-21, Michigan State, the game of the night over Notre Dame. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in Missouri tonight, and Missouri leads Georgia 27-21 there. It's just gone final. Florida, number 23, to defeat North Texas 32-0. 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Stanford over USC 27-10. A minute 47 to go. Washington over Portland State 41-3. It's halftime. Ohio State, the game of the night. As far as national TV goes, I think it's the Fox game of the week. Ohio State leads Oklahoma 35-17. And those are the games in progress. We'll maybe take one more look at that when we come back on the other side of this final timeout. Once again, here, the final. Thunderwolves win it 37-10. We'll come back. We'll tell you where we're going to be next week. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back one final time here to the Thunderbowl. Thunderwolves win it tonight 37-10 over the Hard Rockers. The Irish have indeed scored. They've made it 36-27. Haven't seen yet whether they're going to go for 2 or kick the extra point. I imagine they'll try to kick it and make it an 8-point game and then try to get a touchdown late, 2-point conversion, go to overtime, so they'll have something to watch when they get home. That's what we're shooting for anyway. And on the other side, on D2, we told you we'd try to get a final on that game in the Lone Star going on. Still late fourth quarter, Midwestern State clinging to a 5-point lead over Texas A&M Kingsville. Well, that'll about wrap it up for our scoreboard show. Reminder where we'll be next week for Thunderwolves football. We'll be right back here at the Thunderbowl, a rare 3-game homestand here in September. That's what the Thunderwolves have. They'll try to salvage the homestand, I guess you'd say, if you go to hockey or baseball talk. So game next week, it'll be against New Mexico Highlands. 5:30 with the pregame, 6 o'clock with the kickoff. Now, remember also, we have the John Riston Show. It'll come your way next Wednesday from Andy Max, where we are each and every Wednesday night throughout the season. The coach, John Riston, will join us, 6 o'clock. Joe will join me, and we'll grill the coach. It won't be such a grilling this week. Will be kind of it'll be nicer. It's always nicer after a win than after the first couple of weeks where we had the losses. So we look forward to that on Wednesday night. And if you're looking for somewhere to go watch NFL football tomorrow, you want to go all the screens. If you're a fan of another team, Andy Max is the place to be. All the screens, they have that NFL ticket, DirecTV ticket, and you can watch any game you want there tomorrow. So we invite you to do that as well. Our sponsors of the John Riston Show each and every Wednesday night. We'll have Bronco football for you tomorrow here on Fox Sports Pueblo. It'll be a 2:25 kickoff. Be on the air at 1:05 with the Broncos today. Dave Logan and Ed McCaffrey and gang, the rest of the company there for the KOA Denver Broncos radio network right here on Fox Sports Pueblo tomorrow. Our producer and engineer for Thunderwolves football has been Carl Lorenson tonight. Carl, we thank you for all your hard work. Sports information director at CSU Pueblo, is one Dax Larson. His assistant, Sean Pooley. The athletic director is Joe Folden. My partner, Joe Cervi. We'll look for his work each and every day covering Thunderwolves athletics. Look forward to that game story tomorrow. I'll grill him here as he's writing away. He'll tell me all about it. I'll get a heads up on it. Remember, you can catch that on the chieftain.com page as well later on tonight as well. But look forward to seeing the article tomorrow in the morning. I'm Jim Brooks, reminding you the final score here at the Thunderbowl. Thunderwolves win it 37-10. Until we talk to you on Wednesday night, from Andy Max of the John Riston Show, this is Jim Brooks bidding you good night from CSU Pueblo's Thunderbowl.
This has been CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Catch all the action all season long right here on the home for all things CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves athletics. Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.